how the weekend started, how the weekend ended up, and got all the zesty crats mad. And now Kamala Harris drunk. But you can't blame certified foundational Black Americans because we warned them all that pull-up season has officially started. Regulators, mount up. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
They know, we know, everybody know. Certified salute. Pull up summer has already started, and we done set it off right. Let's go to work. Fam, who in the building in the place? Texas is in here. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is in here. You already know Georgia's in here. Ohio's in here. The whole certified. Little Rock, Arkansas, mount up, regulated style. I see you. Chi-Town, what's up? I see you. Go all the way across, certified excellence. You know, Mississippi's in here, all the way live. Let's make it clear. Dallas is in here. You already know we got another Mississippi. We see Cincinnati's in here. We got Minneapolis. Philadelphia's in here. Another Chicago. I see the DMV. I see Arizona's up in here. Tampa's up in here. The 716. Memphis is up in here as well. Raleigh, North Carolina. The 770 up in GA. Miami's in here. You already know. Sacramento, another Minneapolis. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Brooklyn's in here, another Chicago, Washington, the boogie down Bronx is in the place, 215 all the way live, Seattle's in here, another Seattle, what's up? I love you too, fam. You already know Cali represent all the way, Florida, all the way. Let's just say the whole damn foundational Black American certified grassroots is in here, and they scared because we in here right now. Let's go to work. Fam, how y'all been? Y'all been good, family? Y'all been enjoying this certified foundational Black American grassroots renaissance takeover shutdown? Because I'm loving it. And when I'm loving it, my family loving it, fam. We all one. We all in sync. We got everybody wrapped up. We told them that if they mess around, they was going to have to pay. We told them they can't hide. They can run. They can jump. They can skip. But they can't duck this FBA work, and everybody's getting to work. I want to send a special shout out to all of my foundational Black Americans who've been out here on the grind. I'm talking about the older folks. I'm talking about the younger folks, everybody in between. I'm talking about the East Coast, the West Coast, down south, up north. We are well represented, family. And apparently everybody's talking about Black Alpha right now. I wonder why they talking about me. Maybe it's because I got the certified family. Maybe it's because grassroots representing. Maybe it's because I'm the #1 activist. And maybe, just maybe, I told everybody that we was going to pull up and we was going to demand cash payment reparations. And we was going to go straight to the Democrats and Kamala Harris. And guess what I did, family? I went straight there. I told everybody we was going to set it off right. I told everybody we was going to hold it down. And there it is. And they mad at me right now, family. Oh, they so damn mad. Yep, and they gonna stay so damn mad because we out here and we staying excellent. We took a trip. We pulled up on Kamala. I stood up. I told her that we demand cash payment reparations. And guess what I did, fam? I was pointing at her. We ain't voting for you. We ain't voting for the Democrats. We ain't voting for nobody until we get paid. And we let it be known. It's crystal clear. They can't act like they didn't see it. It's viral. It's the #1 story in America. It's trending on all social media. So we went from right here, family, to right in front of them, family. And now we back again. There's a hell of a lot of new faces around, but I'm sending a certified salute to all my brothers and sisters who've been here because y'all remember just last week, we started talking about the regulator tour. And I would never say something to y'all that I wouldn't do myself. See, I'm not one of them people who sit back, talk, read articles and all that. No. I go out in them streets and I bring all my certifieds with me. So FBA keep on winning, y'all. And I check Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris got checked publicly for the first time. This was the first time that a certified foundational Black American grassroots activist was on the same stage as somebody that was in that White House, okay? And they will never get back in that White House because they don't want to run that check. They don't want to show respect, so she had to get that work. And that's exactly what we did, fam. I appreciate y'all. I told everybody, I said I was going to make you guys proud, and I appreciate all the love, fam. But I stood up right there. I let her know what time it is, and I'm going to continue to let everybody know what time it is, fam. You going to run the check, bottom line. No reparations, no vote. I don't want to hear maybes, coulda, wouldas, and shouldas. We have set the precedence now, family. That was a historic moment. That moment will go down in the annals of history in this generation. I promise y'all, fam. And the reason why is because we, FBA, Foundational, Black American, Certified, Grassroots, we on the main stage. No longer can they say they don't know who we are. No longer can they say they don't know what's happening. No longer can they say y'all's just online. Fam, that didn't look like it was online to me. It looked like it was right on time to me. It looked like I was pushing that line. It looked like they were shook, and Kamala was petrified, family. Y'all seen her face. Kamala didn't know what was going on. And family, since we are in here representing, and since we are making history, leave it up to Black Alpha to be the one to set it off and to make history for the whole foundational Black American grassroots, what I live for, family. And we did that, and we're going to go all the way there. Y'all look right now, for those who haven't seen, look at your screen. When you got some certified foundationals in the house, it's going down. And when FBA South is in the house, it's really going down. And they can't see us.
You are gifted. You are important. You matter. You come from people. There is pride. There is pride.
On behalf of Foundational Black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations, Kamala. On behalf of Foundational Black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations. You're not going to use our ancestors' legacy to give money to illegal immigrants. We're Foundational Black Americans. We built this country. Boos sound like cheers when you're winning, and we winning. Notice, y'all, the crowd talking, and I'm talking over them. It takes 300 Democratic shields to come after one Black Alpha, and they still got knocked out. Because guess what? Nobody's talking about the crowd. Everybody talking about me. Nobody's talking about the crowd. Everybody talking about reparations. Nobody's talking about the crowd. Everybody's talking about FBA. And guess what FBA did, family? We built this country. We built this country. We're not voting for you. We're not voting for the Democrats. And we're not voting for anybody until we get paid. Remember that.
You're doing good.
FBA.
Turn around.
FBA. Cash payment reparations.
Come on, turn around.
We're going.
Let's go.
Oh, they piped down, didn't they? Oh, they piped down. See, fam, this is what happens when the regulators show up. If my Foundational Black Americans is in the house, y'all know how we act when we sit up like I did. Y'all know everything about the way I stood up was hold up. Hell no. Fam, I heard enough. We came there to get at work. And she was trying to give the help speech. Use is good, use is important, and user got checked. Look at this, fam. I stood up on business.
Important. You matter. You come from people. There is pride.
Right there. Y'all know when a Foundational Black American stands up like that, it's BTA. Belts to ass. Check the whole room. All in one time. Now everybody talking about reparations. And we ain't just online. On behalf of Foundational Black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations, Kamala. On behalf of Foundational Black Americans. Look how quiet it got. Fam, look how quiet. It sucked all the life out the room. Look, I got my hands up so she can hear me loud and clear. See, I'm talking to Kamala Harris. I don't give a damn about the crowd. The crowd gonna tap dance for biscuits anyway. Okay, I can feed the crowd with what's underneath this rug I'm standing on. They'll take 5 butter biscuits and 2 crumbs if you give it to them. F them. I'm talking to Kamala. This was a conversation between the #1 certified Black American grassroots activist, me, and Kamala Harris. The crowd need not exist. Notice, I don't look in their direction. I don't say nothing to them. I ignore them because I'm playing for big stakes, cash reparations. And I'm talking directly to Kamala Harris. Listen to the room go quiet when a black man stands up. We demand cash payment reparations, Kamala. Look how quiet it is. Fam, it was echoing throughout the whole theater, which, by the way, was a hell of a lot of empty seats. People were sitting there, fam. They were like, who the hell is this? This ain't no Palestinian. Nope. This ain't no Skittles bag community. Nope. This ain't no black and brown. Nope. This is a certified foundational Black American man standing on FBA business for cash payment reparations. You better show respect and cut the check. Listen to how quiet it got. AKA, shut her ass up. Foundational Black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations, Kamala. On behalf of foundational Black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations. We're not going to use our ancestors' legacy to give money to illegals, immigrants. We're foundational Black Americans. We built this country. We're not voting for you. We're not voting for the Democrats. Look at that. You know somebody bold, y'all, when you pointing right at her. She know I was talking to her fam. Me and her locked eyes. We made eye contact. I'm going to give you the real. Everybody talking about it. It's viral. You got 3,000, 3 million, 3 billion different opinions. I'm going to give you the story from the center attention. I was talking to her and me and her locked eyes. She know what time it was. And soon as she heard reparations, she got quiet. The same way soon as they heard me say illegals, they started to boo. Notice this, fam. Half of that audience was a bunch of W's anyway. I'm going to give you the real. It wasn't a bunch of black folks up in there. Them was a bunch of W's. Oh, yeah. And guess what? Them same W's was in the audience, and they was checking Kamala and the host. They was like, pick up the microphone. We can't hear you. Oh, me talking wasn't the first thing, fam. No. Them W's was checking her and everybody and all the empty seats. And notice when I started saying illegals is when they started to boo. And when they started to boo is when I raised my voice. One black alpha knocked out 300 Democratic shills. Easy work. To give money to illegals, immigrants, we're foundational Black Americans. We built this country. We're not voting for you. We're not voting for the Democrats. And we're not voting for anybody until we get paid. They had this big old hefty, not lefty. She was trying to say, Kamala, Kamala. They couldn't even get along. But listen, family, I want everybody to notice something. You're going to get the real story right here. Look at the audience. They're not even looking at me. No, they looking at Kamala like, what you going to say, Kamala? Look at your screen. Look at your screen, beautiful black people. Look at these people. Looking at the stage, looking at WWW. Look at all them W's, fam. Whole row of W's, another W, another W. Look at them, fam. They all saying, well, Kamala, he got a point. You got to say something about reparations. Notice, fam, they not out there heckling. They not out there saying nothing. That was the big old hefty, not lefty, trying to get people upset. The average person turned around and was like, yeah, the sisters who were in front of us were nodding their head in agreement. This is what ain't nobody gonna tell you. Watch right here, family. The whole audience is sitting there looking at Kamala like, what you gonna say, Kamala? And Kamala didn't say an MFing thing. Because what was she gonna say? When you're direct, cash payments. When you're direct, we built this country. When you're direct, we ain't voting till we get paid. That cancels out all the babble. So there was nothing that anybody could say. Pull up summer has started in the springtime, family. FBA on the main stage. And watch the way I let her know. Fam, if you ain't cutting the check, we ain't voting for you. Hand up. This country, we're not voting for you, we're not voting for the Democrats, and we're not voting for anybody until we get paid. Remember that.
You're doing good.
FBA.
Turn around.
FBA. Cash payment reparations.
Still quiet.
Go.
They still quiet. Fam, yeah, I checked their ass. Hell yeah, they got checked. Hell yeah. Where all that talk at? Where all that Simple Simon and your fool and you ain't black? Where's all that at, fam? Listen, who do you hear? You hear Black Alpha. You don't hear none of them. Fam, soon as I said what I said, they got quiet. You can hear for yourself. Cameras was rolling. Made sure the cameras was rolling. You don't hear anybody no more. All that, come on up. That disappeared real quick now, didn't it?
FBA.
Turn around.
FBA. Cash payment reparations. Reparations.
Boom. And there goes Kamala Harris. Oh, she didn't think that we was going to call her bluff, did she? Fam, I'm asking y'all a question. Did she think that Foundationals was going to call her ass bluff about all that capping she been doing? How did all of that turn into all of this? She seen me. She know what it is. We locked eyes. She put the mic down. And even the Democratic shields in the audience couldn't save her. Nope. All the tap dancing couldn't save her. Nope. Because when you're standing on business and you're pointing like that, oh, that's going down in history, family. Nobody has checked the Democratic shield like that. Kamala's never been G-checked like that. And I'm telling you right now, if the G-checking got them shook today, oh, it's going to have them shook forever. Because we know exactly how it goes down, y'all. There you go. Told everybody, family. I told everybody right here. I said, we going to do the regulator tour. See, when I say it, I mean it. When I mean it, I say it. And I told everybody that was going to happen, and it happened. And if you look, everything is shook up right now, fam. Oh, the Democrats is going crazy, left and right and left, saying all types of things. We have broke the Democratic Party, and we've been doing it for a long time. But guess what that was, fam? Guess what that was? Boom. That was the KO, family, the knockout. See, now what we've done is they can no longer duck reparations or duck foundational Black Americans. They can't. Tell me a time that you've seen Kamala Harris or Joe Biden or any big wig in the Democratic Party where foundational Black Americans and reparations are said to them on the same stage. I've set the precedence now to whenever they try to run, everybody's going to pull out this video. Whenever they try to say, we don't know yet, reparations could be anything, everybody's going to pull out this video. They can't run no more, fam. See, what we did is that we did a G move, a boss move. Damn all that walking up to them saying, how do you feel about reparations? We know how they feel. The days of the questions are over. Y'all notice that? Black Americans, we're not asking any questions. We're not saying, hey, wish you could give us reparations. Hope you can give us reparations. That's that Obama Democrat talk. Hope and change. Notice what I said, family. I said we demand cash payment reparations. I was up the night before until 5 a.m. and I was telling myself, no matter what, make sure you stand on business. You make all of your certified foundational Black Americans, all your day ones, all your new riders, all your subscribers, make sure that you make the certified 100 proud because you guys come before everything. And number 3, I said, you make sure you say demand. See, now, family, they know. See, they don't want to meet with us. They don't want to speak to us. So we go to them. And that's what it is. You're going to hear a hell of a lot of people saying a hell of a lot of things, but everything that they're going to say is going to be trying to stop us. Family, nobody can stop us. If you ain't realized it yet, this foundational Black American grassroots train is taken off and nobody can stop it at all. That was a historic moment. And that was the first time that Kamala Harris has ever been checked in public for her bullshit. I remember, y'all think I'm just going to sit here and say I'm going to do something for y'all? No, fam. Did I get her back with that one? Was the clap back good, y'all? Did Black Alpha get the clap back for 50 million foundational Black Americans for what she said about doing nothing for us 6-7 years ago? Did I get revenge for FBA? Damn right I did. Because she thought it was sweet. She thought she was just going to say that and say, I ain't going to do nothing for y'all. Nope. Did y'all see the same energy? Let me ask y'all a question, my good brothers and sisters. Did that energy look like that right there? That don't look like the same person who said she wasn't going to do nothing for us. See, you can do a hell of a lot of Democratic shilling online. You can do a hell of a lot of Democratic shilling in the White House. But what you cannot do is duck this FBA smoke. So family, I remembered it all the damn time. I wrote it down. I took a picture. I was ready for the game. I knew damn well that when I pulled up, I was going to tell her what she told us. She said she wasn't going to do nothing for Black Americans. No. So I said Black Americans weren't going to vote for her. No. There it is, family. Let's make that one more clear, family. One more time for your mind. She said that she wasn't going to do nothing for Black Americans. No. So Black Alpha told her on behalf of 50 million foundational Black Americans, we ain't going to do nothing for you, which means no vote, which means cut the check, which means y'all ruined now. The Democratic plantation has been canceled officially by certified foundational Black American grassroots. And y'all know Black Alpha was going to set it off. And that's exactly how it went down. So shout out to all of us. F all of them, because we don't give a damn, y'all. That's the energy that we bring in. That's the energy what it is. We're making history, family. Y'all know, y'all sit here with me all the time and we talk, but we go out and we do it for real, don't we? Because notice, y'all, the energy shift is a very powerful thing because we're very, very energetic and spiritual people. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Look at the energy in Kamala Harris. Y'all remember this right here? Y'all remember this right here? Tell me if you remember this, my certified brethren. Remember this? And just look at this cut up and tell me, did she change her style, y'all?
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit Black people. No, Black people. No, Black people. No.
On behalf of foundational Black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations, Kamala. We demand cash payment reparations, Kamala. We demand cash payment reparations, Kamala. On behalf of foundational Black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations.
Different energy.
Get yours. Vote and say, I'm voting because I expect something out of this. You're not going to take for granted that I'm going to vote because I'm a good citizen and it's my civic duty to vote, so that you don't even worry about whether you're producing what I need because, oh, we can count on them to vote because they remember the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
You're not going to use our ancestors' legacy to give money to illegals, immigrants. We're foundational Black Americans. We built this country. We built this country. We built this country. We're not voting for you. We're not voting for the Democrats. And we're not voting for anybody until we get paid.
And to say, if you're going to get my vote, this is what I expect. I'm going to vote because I expect to get something out of this. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get mine. I think it's okay to give people permission to be transactional voters.
And we're not voting for anybody until we get paid. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that.
Remember that. That's the motto, y'all. We're not voting for anybody until we get paid. Remember that. That right there is going down in history, family, because I ain't said it just for that day. I didn't say it just for that moment. I said it for all of us right now and for all of the babies. We ain't voting until we get paid. Remember that.
For anybody until we get paid. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that.
And damn it, we woke up the next day and everybody remember that because we made it plain, y'all. This is what it's about. It's our time. This is our generation. And foundational Black Americans are stronger than ever. We building, we working, we shining, we grinding, y'all. All of us collective. All my beautiful foundational Black American women, all my strong foundational Black American men, we all collect, we all get together, and we build this foundational Black American family tree, and the grassroots has spoken. You will cut the check. You will give us our money or you won't get nothing. You're not going to play us. You're not going to hustle us. You're not going to bamboozle us. Whatever you got in your head, you better erase it and think about them cash payment reparations. Remember that, fam. This is the time it is on. And I'm loving the vibe. I'm loving the energy. See, we don't just talk about it. We be about it over here on the Black Alpha Network. When I tell people that I'm going to ride for all my certifieds, that's exactly what I did. And I've set the precedence now that no longer can they ever act like they don't know who foundational Black Americans are. How the hell you gonna say we only online and you see me pointing directly at the ex-vice president. You can't say that no more. How you gonna say you don't believe in reparations? You don't know what reparations are when you see me directly say cash payment reparations on behalf of foundational Black Americans. Family, there comes a time in life where somebody stands up and they have honor and bravery, and they look at the enemies and the ops directly in their face, might even just point at them and tell them what it is. And when they do that, everything goes in a different direction. That time just happened, and the time is now, and it's all about us. And I did it with all my foundational Black American certifieds. Let me tell y'all, it's the #1 story in the United States of America. It is trending everywhere. Everybody got an opinion. I'm hearing word that all the way up in Washington, D.C., they know what went on. Trust me. I heard that Kamala Harris and her people are very, very, very angry at Black Alpha. And Black Alpha very, 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 very doesn't give a fuck, because Black Alpha is the #1 activist, and I'm from Georgia and Ohio, and we ain't never scared over here. And now what I'm telling y'all is it started with all of us. See, the world now is seeing this, but you guys know. See, when everybody else is doing what everybody else is doing, we be right here Tuesdays and Fridays, and we be strategizing, and we be breaking it down. And I tell everybody, them other people just have subscribers. I have family, and I make it clear every broadcast, family. This all belongs to you guys. I told y'all, whenever you see me somewhere, I'm out there trying to make everybody proud. I know you guys got my message on Friday, because I know people was waking up saying, Black Alpha ain't going live. And I wrote a cryptic message to everybody, and I said, I'm going to make you guys proud today. Stay tuned. And family, if I made you proud, then I thank you very sweetly. And I definitely will hold on to that, because it's not about one person. One person just represents all people, and all people represent every individual. And this is why we're so great right now, because all of us are standing together, y'all. We're standing together. And what we say here, we go out and do it. Anybody out there that thinks that this FBA grassroots is something to play with, you go find out the hard way. We ain't dropping nothing. We out here holding it down. So now, family, the precedence is set. They can't duck us. Kamala Harris now knows what reparations and FBA are. They never heard this, fam. How's she going to come back now and say African American? She can't. I done canceled all of that. All of that's over. You can't come back after that and say African. You can't come back after that and say people of color. This is why I said on behalf of foundational Black Americans. And then I said, we're foundational Black Americans. We built this country. And did y'all notice when I said you're not going to use our ancestors? Did y'all see the emphasis I put on it, y'all? Did you see it? I said, you're not going to use our ancestors' legacy to give money to illegals and immigrants. You notice that? And I said "are" the way I did because her ancestors aren't our ancestors. Yes, the ancestors that I speak of are the ancestors that are blessing all of us. This is why I went off without a hitch. This is why I checked her. This is why everybody's talking about it. And it is truly all eyes on FBA. I done seen a lot of things before, fam. I've never, ever seen something like this go through the community. Never. I done seen things here, there, nice things, good things, but never like this. Why? It's because, family, we skipped the middleman. We went straight to the top. You got to remember, who right now is the biggest Democrat? Who? Who is planning on running in 2028? Who? Who is the person that was just in the White House? Who? Kamala Harris. If you sit here and you try to come up with who's the front runner for the Democratic Party, it's Kamala Harris. So since Kamala Harris is the front runner for the 2028 election, Black Alpha, I got a head start on it, fam. I already checked her for 2028, and I did it in the spring of 2026. And just wait until the summer, because it's pull-up season, family. Yes, we done already got our strategy. They saying, well, what's y'all strategy? FBA, what's y'all strategy? Shit, you ain't see it? The whole world know what happened. My strategy is that I'm going to check them in 2026 for the bullish that they're going to try to pull in 2028. You see how we think ahead? You see how we a step ahead? You see why this generation is winning? This ain't the I'm going to struggle until my kids do better. This is the I'm going to live good now. My baby's going to live good now. I want it all right now. We greedy. That's what it is. And did I call Kamala bluff, y'all? Did I call her bluff? Wasn't she just talking about transactional voters? See, let me tell y'all what they thought they was going to do. they thought they was going to hit us with the, I do believe in transactional voting. See, they was sitting back and they was taking all of our talking points, right? Didn't they, fam? Remember, just 1 week ago, she sat there with Al Sharpton and was talking about transactional voters. Well, I showed her ass a transactional voter, which means if you ain't giving us no transactions of reparations, then you ain't getting no vote. That's a transactional voter, FBA style. How you like it? I love it. You see what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters? I showed them what a transactional voter was. And it ain't somebody who allows Kamala Harris, who's really a Hindu Jamaican, to cosplay our ancestors. I showed them a transactional voter is you gonna go ahead and cut that damn check. That's what a transactional voter is. So essentially, what she thought she was gonna ride into 2028 with, Black Alpha ended all that in 1 week. Thank me later, Kamala. Thank me later. And let me show y'all exactly what I mean by how these people are so upset. Oh man, they done sent out every Democratic shield they could find. But guess what? Them Democratic shields get broke too. I'm gonna show y'all this right here. This is Kamala Harris talking about reparations a few years ago. And I'm gonna show y'all why Black Alpha did what he did. Yeah, Kamala Harris was out here talking about reparations. HR 40. Y'all watch this word salad that I canceled. Look at your screen, beautiful brothers and sisters. Watch her trying to run this game a few years ago. Watch this right here, y'all.
What specific actions do you plan to take to administer reparations for this unpaid labor?
Right. So I'm actually supporting a bill. There's a congresswoman by the name of Sheila Jackson Lee that is
Sheila Jackson Lee. This is your version of reparations?
It's written this bill out of the House, which I am supporting, to study exactly what should be the response to your question. But to your point, and to just support your point, look, we had centuries of slavery in this country. We had decades of Jim Crow. We had legalized discrimination and segregation. And then we had...
No. I didn't ask you that for you to tell me what we went. Look at her face, y'all. Look at her. Look at this young sister right here. This is a baby asking this grown-ass woman a question about reparations, and she's giving the baby word salad. Listen, we had 500 years and 200 years, what, of FBA doing it because your people weren't here? Remember, y'all, she's a descendant of immigrants. So don't say we. Now, y'all see why I said you're not going to use our ancestors' legacy to give money to illegals and immigrants. That's what she was trying to pull right here. So don't talk about what we had. No. It's what FBA had. While y'all was over there in your S-hole countries trying to flee over here and reap the benefits of what we did. And this young lady right here was checking her.
De facto discrimination and segregation. And to believe or suggest that those years of treatment and abuse and violence and crimes did not have an impact is to overlook the facts of history. And for that reason, I support the legislation and what we need to do to...
Did she answer the question? Did the little girl say, what are your thoughts on the past? Or did the little girl say, what are you going to do? She still ain't said what she going to do. She still ain't told the young lady who she needs to show respect, because if it wasn't for that young lady's family, Kamala wouldn't be here in the first place. She ain't answered that baby's question. So hell no, Black Alpha ain't gonna sit here and see this and then have my opportunity to address her and play patty cake. F patty cake. This foundational Black Americans in the F around and find out era. Hell no. You disrespect that baby's question, then come see a grown man. Then we can talk.
To think about specifically what it means in terms of the next steps. But I thank you for that question.
Senator, yes or no, do you support financial reparations?
I support that we study that. We should study it and see. But look,
Really be clear about that.
Do you support financial reparations?
I support that we study that. I support that we study that. We should study it and see. But look,
Really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and...
I'm going to sit here and say, hell no, back to you. Fam, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. Y'all know what it is. You've seen it live in the living color. I told Kamala Harris no, because Kamala Harris thought it was sweet to tell us no. I ain't gonna do nothing for y'all specifically. No. And so a foundational Black American activist stood up and we told her no. So isn't it funny how they're so mad at me telling her no, but didn't nobody say a thing when she was telling all of us no? Ain't it funny, y'all? See, we ain't asking no more. We ain't begging no more. We ain't wishing or hoping no more. Those words aren't even in our lexicon. That ain't even a part of our vocabulary. It is demand. Everything we doing is a demand. We demand cash payment reparations, which means if you come to me with hope, you get a no. You come to me with wish, you get a no. You come to me with I'm guessing, you get a no. You come to me with a study and you get a no. That's how we're doing it now, fam. And that's the most beautiful thing. And this is what I'm loving about this era. I'm loving about this time frame. I'm loving about us certified foundational Black Americans. We are letting it be known. So if you notice during my exchange with her, and I'm going to tell y'all how it went down. First off, first and foremost, let me give the biggest certified salute and shout out to the great, and I mean great, Greg Marcel Dixon, because my brother was with me when we rode. And as I always say, FBA South got something to say. And FBA South, we in the house. Shout out to us. Family, wasn't I showing everybody on Tuesday how Kamala kept talking about the powers in the South? You guys remember that? See, now all these cameras are on me now. I'm having all these people hit me up for interviews and people are doing shows and everybody wants to talk. Everybody wants to discuss what went on. Hey, Black Alpha, how do you feel? What made you do that, Black Alpha? I came here to talk to my family, the people who were here when wasn't nobody else here, okay? And we got a hell of a lot of us, and a hell of a lot of us are more of them. But let me tell y'all right now, my brother Marcel was with me because in this foundational Black American Renaissance era where they're trying to do an erasure, we've been identifying that they're trying to play that off in the South. And FBA South got something to say. We won't allow that to happen. See, Kamala was talking about our ancestors. Remember when she was sitting there talking to Al Sharpton and she was talking about some praising the ancestors? We picked up on that. We broke it down. And then remember, fam, she kept saying the powers in the South. And remember when I showed y'all that one guy and the one dude was talking about some of the blacks in the South? Anybody who's not out there and didn't see it, go watch last Tuesday's show. We broke it down. I seen a great sister in, I think it was Tariq did a broadcast, and she was in Tariq's comment section, and she said, for those who don't know, Black Alpha said he was going to go do this. Black Alpha told everybody he was going to make it happen, and then we did it. But they was focusing on the South. They thought they was going to come down here and start pushing that erasure. So there's really only two prominent foundational Black American pillar grassroots activists, and that's me and Marcel. I hit up my brother Marcel, said, Marcel, can you make it? Marcel said, yes, I can, Alpha. And we were there. And my brother Marcel was like, hey, you ready to go? You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, I'm ready. I got you. Marcel held me down because when we was walking, I was telling Marcel, brother, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold my words and I'm going to have to say something. Because really, we were waiting for questions. But let me tell you about the waiting for questions. She busts people in. When you pull up in Savannah, I seen people saying it might have been in Detroit. No. This was Savannah, Georgia. This was my hood, okay? This is the Southeast, baby, okay? This is what it is, Sega, Southeast Georgia. That's where it's at. So I called my brother Marcel. Marcel was here very quickly. And we seen the buses. They was busting people in. Those folks weren't even from no damn Savannah. These folks was being busted in everywhere because this ain't the first time I seen Kamala Harris. No, it's not the first time I seen Kamala Harris. I seen Kamala Harris before, y'all. And it was hellified buses that they brought people in on. And then they were taking selected questions from the audience. And then they wouldn't let anybody record. Those sisters that you see in front of me, those sisters were looking and they was like, yo, we can't record because they was coming around taking people's cameras. They was like, give me your camera. You can't say nothing. And a couple sisters that were in front of me, they got up and left because we were talking to the sisters. The sisters was looking back like, yo, what's this about? We was like, you already know. And the sisters got up and they was like, all right, we out, got up and left. That's why you notice there wasn't no smoke from anybody in the front row. There was a bunch of W's off in the corner that was running their mouth. And then I talked over them because they can't go there. Y'all know Black Alpha can talk. So if you think you're going to out-talk me, you got another thing coming. And my brother Marcel, he said, you ready, Alpha? I said, yep. As soon as the question came to her about being Black, and she said, as a Black woman, and I said, as a Black American, F no. I tapped my brother Marcel. Marcel stood up. That's when I stood up. And then it was boom. And when I'm talking and I'm directly speaking to Kamala, we're like this. Kamala was saying something, and then she put her mic down. and she started listening. That's why if y'all notice, the first 10 seconds is silent. I said what I said. I'm telling you, the sound waves was bouncing off the walls. And Kamala looked directly at me, and I looked directly at her. And this is when I told her the second time, we demand cash payment reparations. Listen how many times you heard reparations. How many times did you hear FBA? How many times did you hear cash? The things that needed to be inserted was going to be inserted. And then how many times did you hear me say illegals and immigrants? That's when the crowd got mad. That's when the crowd got mad, y'all. And I let everybody know. Foundational Black Americans built this country. What did I do? And what are the main things for FBA, family? It's about cash payment reparations and illegal immigration. Those are the two damn things that I checked her on. Kamala Harris got her ass checked. And trust me, she's not used to that at all. And then let me tell you this as well. The security people who told us to leave, they were just kind of like, all right, come on, y'all can go. The sister was kind of cool. She was like, all right, it's all. She was kind of cute, by the way. So by the way, that's another story. She was like, come on, you can go. And I was, all right, it's all good. Real respectable, walked away. And that's when I said FBA cash payment reparations, and everybody got quiet again. I silenced them 2 or 3 times, and this is why they're so mad. They don't like the fact that a grassroots activist can show up and shut them all down. They don't like the fact that I got them shook. They don't like the fact now that the aesthetics are showing everything. And I'm telling you right now, the energy that I put out there is very different. Let me show y'all something a lot of people don't know about. I'm going to show y'all something. Kamala Harris had an event in October last year where one of those Palestinian people popped up in the crowd. But I'm telling you right now, the Palestinian people that popped up, Kamala checked them. Fam, do y'all see a difference? Look at this right here, y'all. Eyes on your screen. This was Kamala Harris in October last year. Watch how she responded to the Palestinians.
And you know, I sometimes think about, you know what, I am not president of the United States. And you know, I sometimes think about, you know what, I am not president of the United States.
Did she do that to Black Alpha, y'all? Did she have the same energy with Black Alpha? How come you ain't say that to me, Kamala? Kamala, how come you didn't say that to me? You had the same microphone, the same opportunity. You could have did that. Do y'all see the energy shift when FBA energy is in the building? Don't let these people tell y'all we only online. Don't let these people tell y'all we don't run the yard. Don't let these people don't tell, anybody tell you that we ain't exceptional. Look at the difference of energy when she starts talking to them.
And you know, I sometimes think about, you know what, I am not president of the United States. And you know, I sometimes think about, you know what, I am not president of the United States.
You ain't tell me that you ain't the president of the United States. You ain't said that to Black Alpha. Absolutely, because she know what it is. They all know what it is. That's the type of time we on. And y'all got to remember this, fam. My certifieds know. That ain't the first time that I hollered at Kamala Harris. No, y'all know what it is, fam. The family know what it is, y'all. Yeah, she ain't ready for Black Alpha. Nobody is. Y'all notice I checked Kamala Harris in 2024. Yes. Remember King Day in South Carolina when we went to go holler at Kamala Harris? Remember that? What'd she do, y'all? She sicked the NAACP on us. Yeah, all these people running around here trying to tell you that we need to sit down and be nice and talk to these people. We went to go talk to Kamala Harris, and she thought it was better to call the NAACP on us and to run us out. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters that were there. Shout out to my brother Marcel. Shout out to my brother Duddy, okay? Because they're 2 frontline soldiers that were there as well as everybody else. And family, what did we end up doing? We ended up getting removed because she didn't want to talk to us. And I have on good authority that call came down from the top. I have on good authority that Kamala Harris told the local branch of the NAACP that if them FBAs come here talking about reparations, get them out of there. And when I say I have that on good authority, I'm talking about a person who's with us, their family member was working security, okay? And that person working security, he said, Kamala Harris gave the direct instructions. Fam, they've been ducking us. They've been ducking us, family. Don't let none of these people try to get you to believe some type of fair game out here. There is no fair game with these people. The name of the game is to hustle and to con Black Americans. And when they cannot do that, they turn to all that type of hidden aggression. And they're upset that that hidden aggression went nowhere because I checked them. See, fam, there's a power in checking people, a very strong power. See, if I would have went there and said, hey, Kamala, can we talk? They wouldn't have talked. The lights would have came on. They would have said goodbye. They would have walked out. This ain't my first rodeo. I hollered at her when I went back a week later in Orangeburg, South Carolina, by myself, and I hollered at Kamala. Fam, this is the 4th time I've seen Kamala Harris. 2 in Carolina, 2 in Georgia. And I'm telling you right now, they weren't trying to listen. So when Black Alpha tells you that it's G-checking season and we was going to have to go ahead and hold it down, that's exactly what I mean. For those who don't know what went on, let me show y'all what happened. I appreciate the love, family. I told you I did this for the certifieds. I did this for everybody want to talk now, family, but I'm talking to my day ones up in here because y'all know, y'all was here the other day when we said we was going to get it popping, and we did. Because when I talk about it, I make it happen. I deliver. Look at this, fam. This is what happened when we pulled up on Kamala in South Carolina. Look at this. Look at this right here. They weren't trying to talk to us. They were disrespecting us. Oh, yeah, the hell they were. Everybody saying. But when she was an elected official, if you do, and you're damned if you don't. This is when she was the vice president. Watch.
Listen, on behalf of the NAACP, we're disinviting you to this event. This is a private event. We're asking you, please leave.
I haven't even said that. I've been sitting here on the phone.
We're asking you, please, this way.
Can you just give me an explanation?
Talk about reparations. Come on.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah. Please, this way, please.
How many of y'all remember this? How many of y'all remember this, family? This is the NAACP kicking out 50 foundational Black Americans who only went to talk about reparations. We exercised the constitutional right of free speech. We didn't get in the way of nobody. But guess what? The Palestinians were on the outside and they allowed them to do anything. And they disinvited us at a public event.
Listen. On behalf of the NAACP, we're disinviting you to this event. This is a private event. We're asking you, please leave.
I haven't even said that. I've been sitting here on the phone.
We're asking you, please, this way. Please.
Can you just give me an explanation?
Talk about reparations. Come on.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah. Please, this way, please.
Can you talk about it right now?
This is on behalf of the NAACP?
Come on, y'all. This is so unfair. This way, please. Please. Truly peaceful. Actually, please.
All right, come on.
Thank you.
Reparations.
Thank you.
Reparations.
Thank you.
Look at this, y'all.
Get that one too. Come on.
Look at all this.
Let me get mine.
We're being asked to leave, and we just been relaxing. Wait, get everybody.
Who set you guys in charge of this?
I want y'all to remember this next time the NAACP starts talking.
Yeah, NAACP ain't got nothing
Remember
to do
this.
with us. They for color folks. Y'all for Palestinians, right?
You didn't, with no explanation.
No explanation at all.
None at all.
These just say reparations on the stage, but you want to kick us out.
That's it.
That's why he's still talking on the stage.
And there's probably about 20, 30 brothers and sisters who are foundational Black American freedmen. And they taking us all out one by one for no reason.
They've been ducking us for a long time. Shout out to my other brother, EJ. They've been ducking us for a long time, fam. We didn't do nothing. We didn't do anything. And they targeted us methodically to shut us out.
At all. We were just watching.
Wouldn't even let someone come in, but now you kicking us out. We ain't did nothing wrong.
Shameful.
That's out, y'all.
Hey, that's okay though. It's a new era. The NAACP ain't popping no more.
Oh, okay, you don't want to speak. It's okay. We got you on camera.
We got him.
Don't plead with us. It's okay, baby.
No tangibles, no vote.
No tangibles, no vote. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. Black Alpha family, I don't visit here. I live here. Listen to what I said. I said the same exact thing in 2024 on MLK Day in Columbia, South Carolina that I just said in Savannah, Georgia. Ain't nothing changed but the numbers on the range when it come to me. I said no tangibles, no vote. Then I said we ain't voting till we get paid now.
We got him.
Don't plead with us. It's okay, baby.
No tangibles, no vote.
They're kicking us out because we're advocating for.
How you feel about it, brother? How you feel about that?
I ain't got no say.
You
Look at that COON. Fam, this is why I said we getting rid of the boule. The boule class is over. Your old, outdated, punctified misleadership is over. Look at this dude. I said, how you feel about it, brother? I ain't done nothing to do with it now. It ain't got nothing to do with me now. Look at this coward. I don't know what you're talking about, man. What you mean? Look at this dude. He put his head down. Look at him. Look at this dude. Look at him, fam. This is what you get as long as we have the boule COON class leading our political structure and political agenda. Damn right it's pull-up season. Damn right we standing on business. Damn right we're waging our own future. F all of them, because they're going to keep us in this box forever. Look at this man out here grinning. This is Al Sharpton, this Roland Martin, this Kamala Harris, this Barack Obama. You've seen one Democrat shield. You've seen them all, and F them all. We shutting it down.
feel about it, brother? How you feel about that?
I ain't got no say.
You black now. How you feel about that?
I ain't got no say.
Okay, so he feels the same way. Let me see that sign, brother. Let me see that sign. Let me see that sign.
Kicking us out.
Reparations for foundational Black American freedmen, not illegal immigration.
Did I not just say that the other day? Fam, this 2 years ago. This 2 years ago. Did I not echo them same sentiments directly to Kamala Harris on behalf of all my beautiful foundational Black Americans who are listening to my voice right now? What I said right there in Columbia, South Carolina, did I not say the same thing to Kamala Harris directly to her face while I was pointing at her? Damn right I did, and I'll do it again. That's how you stand on business.
That's why we being kicked out. That's why you see police right there. That's why you see everybody.
We said we standing on lineage business.
That's the only reason.
Watch this right here, fam. Then they went and got them one of them dudes, them COONs from the NAACP.
That's not true.
Watch this, man. This is before we even got inside. This man was trying to kick us out.
The NAACP threw them out. No. NAACP threw them out. I spoke to those people. Let me tell you something. You did not throw them out.
Shout out to Marcel. Shout out to the great Greg Marcel.
Not true. The NAACP threw them out. No. NAACP threw them out. I spoke to those people. Let me tell you something. You did not throw them out.
Nobody's doing anything.
You have two nights. I'm just telling you what I just told.
Okay.
Listen to me. I'm not going to come back again.
Look at him. Look at this old plantation overseer. Y'all see this COON sheriff? This is the plantation sheriff. I ain't going to come over here again. He was getting bold like he was going to do something. You won't going to do nothing. You'll probably break a damn hip. You can't even walk straight. I ain't going to come over here and tell y'all again now. I ain't going to say that to nobody no more. Fam, this ain't nothing but the house you know what from slavery. It's the same damn thing. Thought he was checking some damn body. Over there talking on behalf of Kamala. This is what I'm saying. These people got their orders from Kamala.
Okay.
Listen to me. I'm not going to come back again.
I'm cool, right?
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Okay, so scale what down? We're taking pictures and talking. What other people are doing too. So why do we have to scale down? Do these reparations signs scare y'all?
Don't scare me.
Okay, but I say reparations.
Taste the biscuit.
Want reparations for his people.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the biscuit.
I had to hit him with the taste the biscuit song. He looking at me too. Look at him. He like, who you talking to me, boy? You talking to me, sucker? You jive turkey? Yep. What you gonna do about it, partner? Nothing. Damn right. Taste the damn biscuit. I hit him with the taste the biscuit song, y'all. We ain't scared of these people.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the biscuit.
Okay, that's good.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
There are people protesting for Palestine. We can't protest for Black Americans to get reparations. Thank you.
That's not
There
true.
you go, family. That right there is exactly what happened. That right there is exactly how it went down. And that right there is exactly what we was talking about. This has been a long time coming. These people have been anti-Black American. They've always tried to stifle the grassroots, and we ain't going for it no more. We ain't going for it. Shout out to our brothers and sisters in NYC, because our brothers and sisters in NYC, they set it off with them Ghanaians talking reparations. Yep. My brother Melrose, he set it off when he was checking out Sharpton and his perm, right? And then immediately following that, fam, Black Alpha steps to the front stage. So it went from the Ghanaians and all the tethers. Then it went to Al Sharpton and his perm and Benjamin Crump and his mush mouth, all the way up to Kamala Harris and her collard greens. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Fam, you got tethers, mush mouth, perms, and collard greens, and all that got checked by the FBA certified grassroots. We must be the greatest because we are. And they knew what it was, family, so they fell all the way back. They knew the type of time that we was on, and they didn't want no problem with it. And this is how you check these people clear as day. They can't run away, family. No. So when I seen Kamala Harris and I had to go ahead and give her that work, it let me know one thing for certain, family. What that let me know is that when foundational Black Americans stand on business together, mentally, physically, and spiritually, we're unbreakable. This is why they send so many different people after us. They spend so much time trying to stop us. FBA being on code, independent, and grassroots, not beholden to one of these political parties, is exactly what they have nightmares about. And family, they've been sending out all these different ops to try to stifle the energy. Oh, they've been in full press mode, family, full press mode. Let me show y'all this zesty ass dude right here. Let me give y'all a damn Skittles bag alert, okay? Look at this dude. How many of y'all seen this damn Skittles bag, man? Okay? This man right here is tap dancing for fruit roll-ups every damn day. He's tap dancing for Starburst every damn day. The Starbursts are bursting, okay? I want y'all to notice this right here. Watch how they send out they sassy, zesty shields. These are the sassy shields, family. And he's looking straight up like a broken shield because Kamala got checked. Y'all look at this.
FBA because house sway.
On behalf of foundational Black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations, Kamala.
Imagine going on Ticketmaster, fighting scalpers to pay $300 to $400 for a ticket to holler at a non-elected leader.
$300 to $400 for a ticket? Fam, they've been trying to run with that one. You done paid $300 to $400 for a ticket. You mean, $300 to $400 for a ticket? You mean in a place like that right there? With all them empty seats? Uh-oh. Black Alpha done brought the receipts to the table. $300 for that? Family, them tickets was being given away. That ish was for peanuts. Ain't nobody taking that stuff serious. Hell to the no. Or do you mean this right here? The damn day of the event, family, these individuals was out there with all of them empty seats. What you see in blue are the empty seats, family. The day of the event, they didn't expect Black Alpha to show up and drop receipts like he dropping them. That damn theater was empty. And that's a relatively small theater. And they was giving them damn tickets away. Family, they was giving them away to homeless people. Didn't nobody want to come see that? How are you the ex-vice president and you can't even sell out a small theater? I told y'all they can't fill up a pizzeria. Those are the empty seats you see in blue, y'all. And then the ones you see in red, those are the resale, which means somebody didn't want them no damn more. Yep. Look what I'm talking about. See what I'm telling y'all. Oh, they thought somebody paid money for that. Shit. Apparently, the Democratic shields didn't even want to pay any money. Look at them damn empty seats. I told y'all, a lot of people came dressed as empty seats, y'all. So, Mr. Zestman, he ain't got a clue, but we got it all. Watch this.
Talking about pay me, baby, you just paid her. This is stupid. Talking about where's my money, baby, and her money marketing, okay? And this is some good marketing, VP Common. When I tell you, even your haters love you. They're throwing money at you. When I tell y'all, we are dealing with an epidemic called dumbass because nothing that's happening makes any sense. Kamala Harris is not in elected office, meaning she can't introduce a policy, can't pass a policy, can't sign a policy into.
Okay, then what did she do when she was in office? She didn't do anything then. Fam, they trying to hit you with the whole, well, Kamala Harris ain't an elected official. Question, y'all, what did she do for Black Americans when she was an elected official? Y'all see how the Democrats just move the goalposts? They'll just change it around, spin it around. When ain't nobody paying attention, they think they're going to con us, y'all. She didn't do nothing when she had the power. So we letting her know if she ever wants the power, she going to have to come through us. And it ain't looking too good.
She is not in elected office.
We're not voting for you, we're not voting for the Democrats, and we're not voting for anybody.
The other thing is, where the fuck is the incentive? Because you say that you don't vote and you won't vote. It's like me interviewing for a job, and when I'm talking to the hiring manager, they're telling me they can't give me the job until I do the job. So you telling me Kamala Harris can walk into the House of Representatives, represent?
No, that means that your ass ain't working for them unless you get paid. Y'all hear these broke down ass analogies? That's like telling somebody I won't do the job, but you got to pay me. That's telling somebody if your ass don't cut the check, you ain't getting none of our services. Yeah, I understand them starbursts that you be hopping on. They may not check you the proper way, but guess what? The grassroots gonna put you in position, fruit cup.
Herself because she's not an elected leader. So she's going to introduce the bill that doesn't need 218 signatures. Then she's going to go into the second chamber, which is the Senate, and she's going to sign her name 60 times because she doesn't have to worry about a filibuster. She is the buster. Then she's going to take a trip to the White House and walk into the Oval Office, even though she's not the president, and then sign it into law. And then we're going to get our check in the mail. And once that check is cashed, then in 2028, then you're going to vote for her to be. Y'all are just dumb and don't know how to utilize your vote. Voting is my vested interest. Let me use this as an analogy. My name is Ken.
Voting is my vested interest, but they want to vote blindly for no reason. So basically, fam, what they're saying is that they don't want shit, basically. And they want us to not want shit the same way they don't want it. Y'all see what I'm talking about these Democratic shields? They will always oppose Black Americans. And they'll always send out these zesty crats. And the zesty crats will always bring Skittles bags. And Skittles bags will always bring fruit by the foot. And at the end of the day, none of them control the damn thing with foundational Black Americans. Never, not at all. Let me double up and bring it all the way back. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, it's 101 ways of telling Black Americans vote for nothing. And we ain't going for it. Because the Democrats would rather lose an election than do anything for Black folks. Because the Democrats be out here on these full campaigns, calling us all types of names, disrespecting us. How many times you see the damn Democrats out there calling Black Americans every name in the damn book, but they want Black Americans to vote for them? Think about that logic, y'all. Think about it. The person who does that the most is Roland Martin. How many times y'all done seen Roland Martin say, did you vote 5 times? Did you jump off a roof? Did you land on 1 foot? Did you walk in a snake pit? Did you hit the jackpot? Y'all notice how it's always moving the goalposts? You notice that, fam? Vote for Kamala Harris so she can do something for you. And then when you vote for them, they say they can't do nothing. The whole Republican excuse is a hostile excuse. Remember that, brothers and sisters. That is a hostile excuse. They want to use the Republicans as a cop-out for why they don't do anything for Black Americans. When they got power, they don't do nothing. When they got control over everything. Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden had control over the whole government when they were in office. Each one, their first term, they had control over the whole government. So what I'm telling you is when the Democrats have absolute positive control over the government, they still can't get anything accomplished. So there's no reason to vote for the Democrats. I'm here to tell y'all. When they're not in office, they say, we're not in office. When they are in office, they say, we can't do nothing. So basically, they're telling y'all that they are a powerless party who can't do anything for anybody other than illegals. And let me ask y'all this question. How many times did illegals have to vote to get all of those benefits? How many times did illegals have to vote to get them high-rise hotels, those EBT cards? How many times did illegals have to vote to get their tangibles? Not at all. And hell, they're trying to get illegals to vote. So the people who can't vote, you give them tangibles. The people who can vote, you tell them you can't give them tangibles. And then the people who cannot vote, you're trying to fight tooth and nail to get them to vote. Sounds like y'all the party of illegal immigrants. You just don't want to say it. Fine, I said it for you. You're not going to use our ancestors' legacy to give money to illegals and immigrants. Does that make it clear? You damn right. And when I tell everybody that, this is what I mean about how the Democrats feel about Black people. Who's more anti-Black than the Democratic Party? Let me show y'all this. Tell me the white politician that talks to white people like this. Tell me the Spanish politician that talks to Spanish people like this. Tell me any politician or political pundit that talks to their number one voter block like this.
Is dumb as hell. Because see, a whole bunch of Black people did the same bullshit in 2016, but the same fools, and there were some Black folks who were fools, but some Black folks fell for this bullshit. If you don't know how to use Google, shut the hell up. This asinine question get y'all caught up in bull.
If you don't know how to go on a diet, shut the hell up. So you should be the main one, quiet.
With Kamala Harris, I'm not going to play these games trivializing black politicians. And the last thing, for all y'all folks out here who running around talking about, is she black enough? Y'all can kiss my ass too. Now y'all can sit here, ask these silly questions.
Kiss my entire ass. And I said, it's real simple. Shut up and vote. Shut up and vote. Shut up and vote.
Y'all want to see some silly shit? Y'all look like the biggest fools in America.
I know you ain't talking about the biggest anything. You the biggest everything.
Some idiots out there. You actually had this fool who is black.
Like, I'm not dealing with them FBA nuts.
This fool who was black? Man, we never talk like that.
Always got some idiots out there. You actually had this fool who is black.
Like, I'm not dealing with them FBA nuts. The first hate crimes law. So for all you simple Simons out there who are sitting here going, oh my God, we've never had a hate crimes law for us. This is what happens, y'all, when y'all...
He's mocking us for asking for protections from being unalived. You see why I tell y'all the Democrats want us to get unalived? Because when we want protections to not get unalived, they say stuff like this. He's mocking the #1 victims of historic hate crimes for wanting a protection. You can't get more anti-black than that. And Roland is a tether Haitian. So are you surprised that a tether, a big, big, big tether, doesn't want black Americans to have a hate crime protection? He's mocking us, y'all. Look at this man's face.
Here going, oh my God, we've never had a hate crimes law for us. This is what happens, y'all, when y'all listen to people who are full of shit, who have the audacity to say, Roland, why you ain't covered this stuff? Because your punk ass don't watch.
Wow.
Asses, don't come at me with the bullshit and you ain't read nothing.
Hold on, stop. Don't come on my show. No, Lee. Don't come on my show with bull.
Trifling punk ass people.
Damn, fam. This is why Black Alpha don't give a goddamn. This is why I could care less. Don't let these people try to shame us or critique us how we approach our politics. Look how they talk to us. You ain't never seen nobody talk like this to their #1 loyal voter block. Black American elderly people I've seen sitting in the rain in the middle of November to go vote. In the North when it's freezing. This is what they deserve?
All y'all people who love to sit here and talk about who's a Democratic shield and this, that, and the other, do understand that these federal judges can impact your black ass. Well, guess what? The folks who oppose you, they are voting. This is for all y'all just stuck on stupid folk. Listen to ignorant people.
Simple Simon, stupid, shut up. Damn, y'all. This ain't winning me over to ever vote for the Democrats.
Who call women bed wenches, who are telling you fools not to vote. And they all hollering intangibles. Simpleton SOBs. For all of you simple Simons, for all of you folk who are stuck on stupid, and I know Cleo Monago was here, he was enrolling, don't call them names, but if your ass is advocating not voting, that's exactly what they want you to do. You know what?
His voice was cracking. If you are advocating, this man over there damn choking on that bacon he had this morning.
But shut the hell up, because I don't want to hear nothing out of your mouth. In the YouTube channel telling me, Roland, you shouldn't be saying that. Well, you can kiss my ass. This is some bullshit. If you chose to vote for Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton, you can kiss my black ass. It's dumb.
And then they laughed at it, y'all. Oh, no, 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 no. That don't go on my watch. That's why y'all seen that writer there, y'all. These people think they slick. They think they gonna disrespect. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect foundational Black Americans, or they gonna have to deal with that. Pull up, pointing at them, talking to them, direct, live and in living color. We ain't running. Hell yeah, I check Kamala. Hell yeah, I stand on it. And I apologize for absolutely nothing. Because that picture right there, I'm going to blow that picture up and get it framed on my wall. That's how it is if you want to go there. That's how it is. But fam, look what I've been seeing. Y'all want to see something? They was having 24-hour spaces about your boy Black Alpha. Yes, they were. Look at some of these tweets, everybody. Look at this. Look at that. Look at all that, fam. Look how they talking. Look how they cursing at me. Look at this. I want everybody to look at your screen right now and see how they responded to what Black Alpha did. Oh, they was mad. Look at that, fam. Calling FBA every name in the book. Yes, the hell they were. Look at this. We got more. 24-hour spaces, fam. Left and right. Mad as hell. Just disrespecting all of us. Yes, the hell they were. Look at this right here. You see it? Look at your screen, fam. These individuals were absolutely disrespecting us. Look at this. You can see off top some of these hate tweets that they've been making about us. Shut your B up. You made a fool of yourself. Look at this, fam. Look at all these, fam. These folks are out here spazzing the hell out. Y'all see how they talk to us? I want this to be known for future generations. I want y'all to know when they try to come back and do the damn two-step, I want y'all to know how they feel about us. Look at this one. This is coming from a W woman. Dumb, Niggas, got energy for a woman. That was for you, but don't have the same ish for the racist MFer that's been playing in your face since he got in the office. There go the Trump thing again. Look at all of this, fam. Oh, yeah, they've been out here. And you know the Democratic shields are coming out. This is me talking about the Columbia, South Carolina situation. Look at this, fam. Do y'all know they're trying to do the gender divide? Y'all know they're trying to do the gender divide. Look what that person right there wrote. When we got kicked out in Columbia, South Carolina, and it was a bunch of Black American men and women that were together, shout out to the family. Y'all look right there. This person said, and not a woman in sight. Black men just in it for themselves. What? Y'all see that right there, family? Look at that. And we had a gang of sisters that was there with us. A gang of sisters that was standing on business. And that's how they decided that they wanted to come towards foundational Black Americans and disrespect foundational Black Americans. And I told that person right there, I said, yo ish ain't land. Don't take out your daddy issues on us. Okay. And you go ahead and take that plastic out your closet and you shove it up your you know what, because I know that's your real issue. You got dildo issues. You don't have Black American issues. Sit down, shut up, be quiet. That's how we coming with it, fam. That's the new energy and the new wave. We won't let these people who having a love affair with a dildo be upset at foundational Black Americans who say hell no. Okay, you understand where I'm coming from with it. And there was more shocking footage that ended up coming out that was very disturbing. We found out that Too Raw guy, you know, the Skittles bag guy, number 5, him and Roland, I've been hearing, been getting a little too close for comfort. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Let me show y'all. Family, don't talk about FBA and the grassroots if your ass are the band up, posted up, holla at your boy in the motel. They start bursting in the motel with baby oil, okay? Don't talk to me if you have the baby oil blues, all right? So, Roland, you and Mr. Too Raw, y'all just stay over there and have fun together, okay? Y'all have all of your little baby oil fun. I heard baby oil was flying all over the place, okay? That's what I heard. Word on the curb, word on the street. If you are talking to us, you better not look like that. If you is disrespecting the lineage, you better not look like that. If you got a jumbo-sized baby oil and rolling chest hair in your right ear, don't talk to us. That lets you know, family, that they have been out here baby oiling it up, and foundational Black Americans, we are pulling up, shutting them down. And let me tell y'all this right here. Y'all notice Kamala Harris was going on a little speech about the movie The Help? Fam, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that till some brothers and sisters was like, yo, Alpha, you do know Kamala Harris was giving a speech from the movie The Help. Use is smart. Use is important. Fam, she was trying to give black folks a damn speech from the movie The Help. Yes. And I'm going to tell you who else needs help. Roland needs help. And so does Too Raw, because I heard that they slipped on some baby oil and they hit the back of their head. I'm just being honest with you, fam. So between The Help and between the baby oil, they are stuck. Them is the baby oil boys. The baby oil boys need help. There you go. How about that, fam? The baby oil boys need help. And Kamala Harris was literally going on a damn speech. Listen.
You are gifted. You are important.
Really? Fam, she was going on a damn slave movie speech, playing in our face. Use is important now. Use got the cornbread. Use is a good one. I'm glad I had to stand up, fam. Let me tell you, I wasn't sitting through none of that. Hell no. She was really trying to give foundational black Americans a damn script from the movie The Help, y'all. She really, really went there and thought it was going to be easy. Absolutely, y'all. Disgusting. And somebody had to do something.
You are gifted. You are important. You matter. You come from people.
And you get checked.
There is pride. There is pride.
On behalf of foundational black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations, Kamala.
Look at that. Look at your screen, fam. Am I looking at the audience, brothers and sisters? Nope. Am I acknowledging them shields? Nope. Do I give a damn about them shields? Nope. Am I talking to the ex-vice president? Damn right. The woman who said she want to run again in 2028? Damn right. Does she know she's getting checked? Did she just get real quiet? Did she put her mic down? Did she talk to me like she talked to them Palestinians? Hell to the no to all of that, and hell to the yeah for us regulating. The 2026 regulator tour done kicked down their door.
On behalf of foundational black Americans, we demand cash payment reparations. You're not going to use cash payment reparations.
Look at Kamala, y'all. Look at her. Look at her right there. Look at that hush mode. Her host didn't say nothing. Nobody said anything. That's what happens when a real certified brother step in the building.
Demand cash payment reparations. You're not going to use our ancestors' legacy to give money to illegals, immigrants. We're foundational black Americans. We built this country.
We built this country.
We're not voting for the Democrats, and we're not voting for anybody.
We ain't voting for anybody until when, Black Alpha?
Until we get paid. Remember that.
Remember that. That's how you handle these people, fam. Damn with the games, damn with playing. Keep it all the way live in effect. I'm going to tell you like this. I watched the Democrats disrespect my lineage, heritage, and culture. I watched the Democrats deflect to the Republicans. We don't vote for the Republican. So whoever gets the vote, gonna get all the smoke. And we giving out free smoke. I seen the way that they disrespect us when we want an anti-foundational black American hate crime protection. I seen the way that they always denounce our reparations claim, but they all ran to the UN to support reparations for tethers and Africans. I seen it all. I knew it all. So when I woke up, I said, they about to get regulated tonight and I'm going to set it off. It ain't my fault that the Democrats shook the tree and the mamba fell out. That's on you. Be careful what trees you push because that tree can fall on you. Be very cautious. And that's the way we moving and the way we shutting them all down. And they're all shut down right now. Oh, brothers and sisters. Oh, brothers and sisters. And Kamala is sitting there right now like this. Kamala's sitting there like this, fam. She's sitting there saying, damn you, Alpha. You done ruined my career again. You done ruined what we was trying to get popping before we can get it popping. That was her soft launch to her 2028 campaign. And she thought she was going to come down here to Georgia and she thought that she was going to misrepresent our people and go home very, very quiet. But it didn't happen because we showed up and it's happening all throughout the 50 states. Brothers and sisters ain't playing games. Remember, y'all, what happens when these people don't want to come see us? We go see them. Damn all your excuses. Damn all your alibis, all your justifications. Keep moving the goalposts. We don't give a damn about none of that. The only thing that matters to us is what we say. The only thing that matters to the world is what we do. See, we're in the prime position right now as foundational Black Americans. We don't have to ask for nothing. All we do is demand. Family, when you built America, you don't ask for nothing. When you built America, you don't hope for nothing. You don't wish for nothing. You demand everything. And at the top of those demands is cash, payment, reparations. And notice I kept saying cash payments because I'm noticing how they're trying to push the reparations everywhere else. These aren't them African reparations that the Democrats love so damn much. The return of stolen artifacts. We don't want no damn return of stolen artifacts. I want money. money. Cut the check. And if you ain't talking about that, then you ain't talking to us. And if you ain't talking to us, you don't get no vote. And if you don't get no vote from us, you don't win. So you're not going to cosplay our ancestors. You're not going to disrespect foundational Black Americans. And you're not going to support reparations for tethers. But yet you don't do nothing for certifieds. This is certified season, family. Oh, yes, it is. And remember this as well. Kamala Harris is not a Black woman. I said it. You said it. We said it. We know it. Y'all remember that fake grandma that she pulled out? Y'all notice how hush-hush she's been about her grandma ever since we completely exposed that, family? You came around here with a fake grandma that ain't really your grandma, that we all found out was really the help on the plantation because she comes from a long line of slave owners. So, family, Barack Obama and Kamala are both tethercrats pretending to be Black Americans who both come from a long line of slave owners. Remember, there's a difference between the descendant of a slave or a descendant of a slave owner. You're not going to use the descendant of the slave owner to try to hustle the descendant of slaves. You want to know why they got so much behind those African reparations? It's because Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, and the Ghanaian people who came over here talking about reparations, they're all descendants of slave traders. That was a slave trader connection. All of them come from people who sold slaves. So when the people who did not sell slaves and were actually slaves say hail to the gnaw, then the game changes and gets flipped upside down. Let me tell y'all, we done flipped the game upside down on his head. Nobody was expecting this. Nobody wanted this to happen. There was never no meeting. We didn't sit down and have a conversation. Black Americans just all got on code and stood up. And once we stood up, like I stood up there, you notice, fam, life is poetic. So poetic. When you watch that video, notice, fam, I'm sitting there, just sitting there listening to her. And I'm like, man, F this, and got up. Everything about that was FBA. Somebody talking too much, Black American, hold up. Somebody talking too loud, Black Americans say, I'm tired of your ish. Let me get with you. See, when Black Americans stand up, we stand on business. And the business we've been standing on is what they cannot come with. Remember when the Democrats did have power? They didn't give an anti-Black American hate crime protection to Black Americans. No, they didn't. But they did give out hate crime protections. Oh, we exposing everything. Let me tell y'all, the Democratic Party is the open enemies of foundational Black Americans. And you can use every single receipt that you have that will highlight and expose exactly what I'm talking about. Look how they speak to us. Look how they benign neglect us. Look how they disrespect us. Look how they insult us. And then look at how they do everything for everyone else. Now the new one is, family, is, well, y'all don't say nothing to the Republicans. We ain't got to say nothing to the Republicans because I'm talking to your ass. Remember that. If somebody comes over here and they disrespect my family and I say, you ain't going to disrespect my family, they say, well, you ain't say that to the neighbors. I ain't talking to the neighbors. I'm talking to your ass. Now, when I'm talking to the neighbor, I'm going to talk to him directly. We talk directly. And you're not going to no longer use the Republicans as an excuse to benign neglect Black Americans. You're not going to use the Republicans as deflection to you getting this work. Damn the Republicans. Damn the Democrats, because they ain't nothing more than two wings of the same bird, supremacy. See, what they don't like over here is that we call out supremacy. And guess what happens when you call out supremacy? It covers both parties, because the liberal, conservative, or Democrat, Republican, those are nothing more but the same supremacist mentalities with two different tactical measures and how they carry it out. And Black Americans know that. We call them all out. Y'all know Black Alpha's motto. You got two hands, right? You got two middle fingers, right? You got one for the ones on the left, one for the ones on the right. You put them together, both parties can get that. Since they don't understand what we're talking, since you don't understand our words, here's some sign language. F both them parties. That covers it all. And one thing about Black Alpha, as thorough as I am, there was a hate. So let me tell you something, fam. You want to talk about reparations task force? Spoke at them. You want to talk about rallies for reparations at Washington, D.C.? Remember, I'm the one who got on stage in Washington, D.C. and called Barack Obama a hoe a couple blocks away from the White House. Y'all know I don't give a damn. I'm a Leo and I'll set it off right. Reparations task force, reparations hearings, talking to Kamala Harris and checking her directly. My resume is very strong. Y'all look at this. That's what I'm talking about right there. How you think we gonna respect y'all? That's your class of people? How you think we gonna respect y'all? That's your class of people? That's the best you got? Nah, that ain't good. Family, this is the new time, a new era, and a new day. D.O. Hughley, Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, Plaz, Kamala, anybody can get this work. I don't give a damn who you are. It's on and popping. But one of my main things that I've done, my resume is A1. Listen, when you are the number one activist, you got to have a number one activist resume. Not somebody who just sits there on Twitter all damn day long and hate tweets. You got to be out there. So out of all the things I named, one of the biggest things I did was go to an actual hate crime. Matter of fact, been to two of them. And I want y'all to see this. For all the people running around out there and saying Kamala Harris, she's not in office. For all the people running around there and saying, y'all don't ever call out the Republicans. Hold up. Y'all know my receipt game is crazy. Let me take y'all to August 2024 in the Deep South on a hot night where 3 bodies were unalived. Watch Black Alpha demand an anti-Black American hate crime protection and watch Black Alpha call out who? The Democrats and the Republicans. You can't see me because I'm the best. Watch this.
This is Black Alpha. We are broadcasting live from Jacksonville, Florida, right on Kings Road, where it has been confirmed that 3 Black Americans were slaughtered once again. Same story. I'm out here right now in front of it with the people, and we are really genuinely here. As you can tell, they got everything blocked off, but we are definitely going to bring all the real facts and all the real truths to the situation. What we do know is that this was another anti-Black shooting. Don't let anybody spin it with the people of color. Don't let anybody spin it with the minorities. This was about Black people. Therefore, we need an anti-Black hate crime bill. You hear me, Joe Biden. You hear me, all the Republican Party, the Democratic Party. You hear me, all the Republican Party, the Democratic Party. You hear me, all the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, every last one of you. Democratic Party, every last one of you. Every last one of you. Every last one of you. This is what we need because it's about us. We are right here, the Black Alpha Network. We're going to continue to be here with the people. I'm hearing a whole lot of stories coming in.
Hold it down, Black Alpha. They can't see you, brother. You the chosen one. Ordained, blessed by the ancestors. Walk this thing thorough. You see what I'm talking about? I'm in the middle of the street demanding an anti-Black American hate crime protection. While right across the yellow tape is every alphabet organization that you can find. Right across the street is every supremacist. I go behind enemy lines in the belly of the beast, in the middle of the fire, and stand on business for this lineage, heritage, and culture. So Kamala Harris is easy work. So whether that's Black Alpha in the middle of the street demanding an anti-Black hate crime protection where they still lynch folks in the Deep South, or if that is Black Alpha standing on certified business for foundational Black Americans while I'm G-checking Kamala Harris, it don't ever change, family. It's always Black Alpha standing on business for the lineage. You ain't got nobody that can see me when it comes to this activism because we hold it all the way down. So me right there, checking Kamala Harris, live and in living color, demanding cash payment reparations, and got her shook. Or if it's me in the middle of the street demanding an anti-Black American hate crime protection, I'm number one and I get it done.
Republican Party, the Democratic Party, every last one of you. This is what we need because it's about us. We are right here, the Black Alpha Network. We're going to continue to be here with the people. I'm hearing a whole lot of stories coming in and out, but we're going to get to the real facts and the real truth. Everybody is out here right now. We're all breaking it down, and people are really holding each other together. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to be about it, and I'm going to stay tapped in with the family, man. So y'all stay good, and we are on alert 24/7, 365.
There you go, y'all. There you go. There you go. Look at it. Me. Look on the other side of that. Boom. What we talking about? Easy work.
Back to you. Yes, indeed. This is
Tell it how it is. Tell it how it is and read them like a teleprompter. There they go. Fam, that's what we do over here. So the same type of energy, we've been out here holding it down. Only difference is, fam, is every day we get stronger. Every day we grow bigger. Every single day we stand on more business. And there's a certified born every single day. I told everybody, we don't run, we don't hide, we stand on business and we multiply. And we're all legends, family. Every last one of us is a legend. And let me tell you, even more so, the babies will thank you. I'm telling y'all right now, checking these Democrats, the babies will thank us, okay? See, what Kamala wants to do is go around here and talk all that blackety black stuff. So she can try to act like she's one of us. By what we all do together, by checking these people, we've set the precedence. What we've done now, y'all, we have set a precedence that they can't take back. They can't undo what we said. I just said this last week before I checked Kamala. I'm going to say it today after I checked her. They can't undo what we say. They can't come back and say, well, y'all ain't never said this to the Republicans. Boom. They can't come out here and say, well, she's not an elected official. I don't give a damn what she is. I put it in her brain. And that's why I said, remember that. So when you want to run again, when you think you're going to run again, somebody's going to play that clip because it is classic and it will go down in history. And everybody's going to say, foundational Black Americans, cash payment reparations. What about it, Kamala? The same way all the people in the audience was looking at her like, he made a good point. What's your response? See, family, the crowd thought Kamala was going to respond. That's why when you look, everybody was looking back. They were expecting Kamala to be a little tougher than that. They thought Kamala was going to get bold. They thought Kamala was going to have the same energy she had when she was yelling at them Palestinians, which, by the way, may have been staged. They thought Kamala was going to have that same energy when she said no. And then they come to find out that Kamala doesn't talk like that to Black Americans when they certified and from the grassroots. When they certified from the grassroots and they standing on FBA business, Kamala gets very scared. That wasn't the Kamala that I thought. Didn't Al Sharpton just say a few days ago how he was going to get physical with people? Remember that? Remember when Al Sharpton was talking, your perm would fall off your head. Stop playing. You can't even sneeze without your perm flying down the block. Stop playing. Didn't they say that they was going to do something? I hear all this stuff and all this talk from these Democratic shields, and they don't never do anything. They always talk this talk. But whenever a grassroots activist is there, they don't ever say nothing. That was the first time, brothers and sisters, that you seen an activist with somebody that high. The last time something like that happened, we got to go back. I'm going to tell you how historic this moment was, family. And it's been trending all across social media. The last time that you ever seen what you saw with me and Kamala, because I was talking to Kamala. Let me tell y'all, me and Kamala had a conversation. That's why I didn't acknowledge the crowd. Boos sound like cheers when you win. And notice I ain't even look at none of them. You want to talk about being a boss? A boss is standing up 1 versus 300 and not acknowledging 299 of them and talking directly to the vice president and then pointing your finger at her. Fam, if everybody had a poll a week ago and said, if one person in the movement would have the brash to check Kamala Harris personally, everybody would have said Black Alpha. And then I went and did it because I speak it, believe it, and receive it. They know who the real number one, uncut, unfiltered. You got a lot of people running around talking that. Everybody know who the real number one activist, legend, icon in this movement is. The one who don't give a damn. The one who really going to go out there on the front line in the belly of the beast. Everybody know that belonged to me. That be I. And that's exactly what I did, family. So that was the most historical movement based off of delineation that anybody has seen. The last time that happened, y'all, was the 1960s when the great Bobby Seale was on the same front page. He was on the same yard at the California legislature with what ended up becoming President Ronald Reagan. That was the last time. Everybody go look at that. What made the Black Panthers big was when they had to go to the California state legislature that were putting out all those racial laws. Let's remember, y'all, when you talk about pews, You used to be able to walk around with pew-pews. You used to be able to get on planes with pew-pews. You used to be able to do anything with them hammers back in the day, with them power tools. When the Black Panthers started packing them power tools, in California, they ran and started to write laws that were anti-hammers, anti-power tools. So Bobby Seale got together a bunch of the Black Panthers, who, by the way, only had a few members at the time, and he took the 10-point program to the California state legislature. When he, thank you, on iconic level, absolutely, but with the family, that's all that matters, y'all. Bobby Seale got a bunch of Black Panthers together. They told Huey P. Newton to stay at the offices and to handle all the press. Bobby Seale and Bobby Hutton and a few other Panthers, they went to the California state legislature and they walked up. Well, when they got there, Ronald Reagan, who was the governor of California at the time, he was with a bunch of the young W activists of America. And he was talking to them on camera. Look all this up. This is a true story. And when he was talking to all the young W's, all the cameras were there. They was having a nice little W Happy Brussels Sprouts Brigade meeting. And then all the Black Panthers pulled up. Leather coats, power tools. So all the cameras seen the Black Panthers and they thought that they were a gun club. So they were like, oh, this is interesting. The cameras left Ronald Reagan and they all went to Bobby Seale. And that's when Bobby Seale read off the 10-point program, which is the best piece of literature in American history. It's better than the Constitution. Bobby Seale read that off and he said, take careful note about the racism, take careful note about the discrimination, about the brutality. And what you had then, you had Ronald Reagan, who ended up becoming the president, and Bobby Seale on the same front yard. And that's the same thing that happened. You have Black Alpha, the #1 activist certified, and Kamala Harris in the same place at the same time. There hasn't been a time since where you have one of the heads of the system of supremacy in the anti-Black establishment on the same exact stage as a true-to-life, thorough, certified activist. It's never been done. Here's the difference between Bobby Seale and all of us now. Here's the difference between the 60s and today. This the pull-up summer. And this ain't 60 years of letting all that stuff go. Shout out to them, certified salute. But see, we learned from all of them. So we're coming with an energy today that's quite frankly different. We're coming with an energy today that is more we don't give a F. And that's exactly what happened. You very rarely in life get one of the main establishment politicians and an activist on the same stage. And that's what went on. That's why that was a classic situation. And that's why people will talk about it forever, particularly when they go back and they have the next election where now they can't hide from FBA. She couldn't send out the NAACP to kick us out. There was nowhere around. You couldn't get the Democratic shills to drown me out. I spoke over them. You couldn't duck and dodge or give us word salad and babble because I was pointing at her. You can't hide from foundational Black American grassroots. You can't hide from certified Black society, and you can't hide from Black Alpha. We run this game. And let me tell y'all exactly what I mean. This right here was Kamala Harris when she was the vice president. And family, they were giving out deals. Kamala helped get a deal for the AAPI community. So remember, when they were mocking us about our protections, they wrote protections for Lucy Liu. And guess what? Lucy Liu is her people. Watch this.
The API community, when we saw the targeting, when we've seen the hate, when we've seen the viciousness of it all. And we all see that. And as a member of this community, I share in that outrage and grief. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. And as a member of this community, I share in that outrage and grief. So I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
Whoa. Y'all see how she's talking to her non-Black people? Look how she's talking to us, and look how she was talking to her real lineage.
The API community, when we saw the targeting, when we've seen the hate, when we've seen the viciousness of it all. And we all see that. And as a member of this community, I share in that outrage and grief. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit Black people. No. And as a member of this community, I share in that outrage and grief. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit Black people. No.
There you go, fam. And as a member of this community, and by the way, all the targeting she was talking about was them saying that we were doing the targeting. So family, Barack Obama wrote protections for the same police that brutalized us. And Kamala and Joe Biden wrote protections for her community and claimed that we were the villains. And she told you right here.
The API community, when we saw the targeting, when we've seen the hate, when we've seen the viciousness of it all. And we all see that. And as a member of this community, I share in that outrage.
There you go. There you go. 101 reasons why we are standing on business and we don't care. Look at, there you go, fam. There you go. So when Kamala Harris was president, she wrote protections for them people and blamed our people. When Barack Obama was president, he wrote protections for the cops who were harming Black Americans. Notice, fam, they know how to write laws. They just don't ever do it for us. It's the same exact way that they know how to write laws for illegals. Because Kamala was out there, and guess what Kamala was doing, family? Kamala in Savannah, she was out there talking about the SAVE Act. Yep. And do y'all know the very first question they asked Kamala Harris was about her favorite color? I'm not lying, family. I'm not lying. They said, Kamala, can you tell us what your favorite color is and what you had for breakfast? I'm not lying. That was the first question that they asked Kamala Harris in Savannah. So we had to sit through all of that. And then we got to the G-checking and the regulating commenced. Oh, I'm loving it, y'all. I'm loving every single thing that we're doing out here because everything we're doing out here is proven. And they're so upset and they're so broke by it. See, we understand who the main people are, the ops, and we've identified them, and we've identified them on a whole nother level. We have fractured the Democrats and continue to do what you're doing because these people ain't slick. And let me tell you this, by the way, speaking of they ain't slick, let me show y'all this. This was the event. Family, didn't I just show y'all the empty seats? This right here was before the event started. Y'all watch this. Doors open, brothers and sisters. Y'all know can't nobody see my receipts, family. Doors open. Look, there you go, fam. Don't let nobody tell you that was 2 days earlier. No one. That's it right there. Doors open. You see the police. There you go. I'm showing y'all right now. We can play this game all damn day long. A conversation with Kamala. There you go. A conversation with Kamala. There it is, family. I showed y'all the empty seats, family. How you want to play the game. How you want to play the game. We can play this all day. We can throw this back and forth like Frisbees, family. Just don't drop it. Okay, look at it. Look at your screen. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I mean? Y'all see when I say that these individuals think they slick and wasn't nobody rocking with them at all? There you go. There's all the answers that you desire. The doors is open. Them is open doors, fam. And ain't nobody there walking through them. Why? Why is that? Because nobody was interested at all. Y'all seeing the empty seats? There you go. Nobody gives a damn. Doors wide open. And people weren't even there. Damn, y'all see how quiet it is? Look how quiet it is. This person better go ahead and cut that damn check. Because what we've done now, and this is the most beautiful thing about foundational Black Americans in the grassroots, y'all, that ain't very good for them. I'm going to tell you a million reasons why. Family, we've put ourselves in position that if the Democrats, let me run it all the way back and talk to you. Now they're in a situation where if they don't cut the check, they're never going to win the presidency. This is the power. Let's talk about the power of what pull-up season has been doing. Pull-up season and foundational Black Americans checking these Democrats on site, like I checked Kamala personally. This is now putting them in a position where It's going to be reparations or it's going to be no vote. And if it's no vote, that means no White House. That means no winner. That's what we've done. We put them in a position to where they have to acknowledge reparations. They have to cut the check. Reparations now has become the only pathway for victory for the Democrats to win another election. The choice is yours, Democratic Shields. Tap dance all you want to, but you're going to be tap dancing in the unemployment line. Yep. Go ahead, bring in all them damn illegals. They're going to get deported and your ass is going to be without a job. See, when you're the number one voter block, you got a hell of a lot of power. There's plenty of perks to being so. And what's that? Is that their destiny is tied into us. Our destiny is not tied into them. This is why me checking Kamala was so powerful, because now I've set the framework where reparations is on the main stage. Remember, just a week ago, they was telling us, y'all don't even talk about reparations no more after Donald Trump. Now everybody's talking about reparations because of me. And we put it on the front stage. And now they can't duck it. And now they got to see it. So what election are they going to win now? We have checked them. And we did a real G move. It was the boss move to check Kamala, because it put them in a position to where you're going to have to cut the check or lose elections. Simple as that. We ain't voting for nobody until we get paid. That's the motto. That's what it is. So the Democrats are stuck. They're like, damn, we can't acknowledge reparations. Now we got to, because this damn Black Alpha guy done made a viral video to now the discussion is Democrats and reparations. Reparations and Democrats. See, what Democrats wanted it to be was Democrats and illegals. Democrats and Trump is bad. Y'all notice now it's all about Democrats and reparations. Y'all notice now everybody's calling out their reparations plan or lack thereof. Y'all notice that? You see what I did, right? Boss move. We have put it on the front page to where now they have to address us. And if they do not address us with compensation, then they're just going to lose. There's only one pathway, and we done took it away. So what you going to do about it? See, fam, they can't hide from what goes viral. Look at this, family. Look at this. We went viral, y'all. And when I say we, because all of you guys, every last one of y'all knew before the world knew. Yep. Before anybody knew what was going to go down, y'all knew about it. Look at this, y'all. We went extra viral, family. Certified salute and applaud yourself, brothers and sisters. Video sparks debate. Look at that, y'all. Did it spark a debate, y'all? Is it a debate that they was running from? Was they running and ducking? See, when you go viral, there ain't really anything they can do about it. When you go viral, they can't hide. They want this story to go away so bad. They want this story to run and hide, like they run and hide every time they see us. Can't happen. Why? It's because we made it happen. This is all on foundational Black Americans and the grassroots. We are the ones who made this pop. We are the ones who got them shook. We are the ones who got them afraid. How you gonna deal with that? Look at that screen right there, family. That right there is exactly the power that we have. That right there truly shows you what we're doing. That right there truly exposes who's with it and who's against it. See, I want y'all to notice what they wanted to do with us, family. They wanted to play this game of they don't acknowledge reparations and reparations just goes away. What we've done now is we made it to where you can't make reparations go away. Reparations is everywhere you turn. So if reparations is everywhere you turn, then you ain't got nowhere to run to. That is what you call powerful. So we've now associated both of them. And that's by us standing on certified business. That's the most beautiful thing about my beautiful foundational Black American lineage, is that when we make our mind up, we go. When we identify something, we own it. No setbacks, no shorts, no losses. And notice we got a receipt for everything that they say and do, y'all. We got a receipt. But let me bring this up as well. And I'm going to go ahead and point this out. I've been shutting people down left and right because they don't want to play that game with me, because Black Alpha is extremely 100 certified. They were running around here talking about a heckler in the crowd. I never once called Kamala Harris out of her name, did I? I never once called her out of her name. I didn't use any profanity. I didn't say any racial tropes towards her. The problem with them, fam, is that we're beating them and we're playing fair. We ain't doing what they do. We ain't out here undercutting and cheating. No. Family, what did I do? I stood up, exercised the constitutional right, stood on business for my lineage, and demanded cash payment reparations. Tell me where in that video did I ever call Kamala Harris out of her name? Tell me where in that video did I lure any racial tropes towards her? Tell me where in that video did I say one piece of profanity? There was no profanity. There was no cursing. There was no racial tropes. Everything was direct. I even called her out by her name. I said, Kamala, directly, straight up. And then when the people asked us to leave, we left gracefully. Now, on the other hand, think about that Alex Petrie guy. You know, the guy that was kicking out taillights to go against ICE. What about that Renee Good lady, you know, who jumped behind the wheel in front of an ICE agent? Look how foundational Black American activists are. We don't cuss at anybody, no profanity. We exercise our constitutional rights, and we don't call anybody out of their name. And then we leave peacefully. Look at all of these other people. Look at all those liberals. They follow ICE. They chase ICE. They run up in ICE facilities. They kick out taillights. And that Alex Petrie guy, he went with a firearm. We don't do any of that. We are civil people who practice business, and we do things within the system, and we're beating them by playing fair. What you gonna say? Boy, they don't want no problems. You better sit down. These are some problems you can't handle. I went there absolutely respectful. Absolutely. Which is different because hasn't the Democrats been preaching violence towards all of the ICE agents? Hasn't it been the Democrats who've been following people home? Isn't it the Democrats who've been telling people to write down the name of ICE agents? Hasn't it been the Democrats jumping on cars or jumping behind cars and trying to run over ICE agents? Hasn't it been the Democrats kicking out taillights? Hasn't it been the Democrats burning flags? Look at the brothers and sisters in New York. Look at Black Alpha in Georgia and how peaceful we are standing on lineage business and making just political claims. Now look at the illegal immigrants burning the American flag. Look at the liberals putting their hands on ICE agents, and look at the Democrats encouraging it. Y'all see why we're airtight and Loctite and they can't beat us? See, that's the element nobody talks about. But I was waiting till today to talk to y'all about it. This is why I tell people all the time, we win everywhere. We leave no stone unturned. That Alex Petrie guy, he brought a weapon and he was hostile and he was being physical and he was assaulting ICE agents. The Renee lady jumped in a car and smashed the gas. You see how violent they are? What about that McCleaver chick? You know, the Democrat lady who was at the Al Sharpton convention. Remember when she pushed an agent out the way and ran into an ICE facility? We don't practice any of that violence. We denounce all of that violence. We denounce all of that radical behavior. See, the Democrats like to support the radicals. The Democrats love illegals who burn the American flag. You remember the illegal immigrant protest in California? How many windows did they break? How many flags did they burn? How many agents did they threaten? Nobody had to bring out any riot gear for us. Nobody had to bring out any assault pew-pews with us. Nobody had to bring in the National Guard. Only thing we did was stood on business, speak our piece, and I was even so polite that I referred to Kamala Harris by her name. And I spoke to her directly. I mean, you can't get more thorough than that. What they want us to do is to crash out so we can get unalived and we can go to jail. Isn't it funny that the Democrats been telling Black Americans for the last year that we need to go to the front lines and protest? We need to harm ICE agents. We need to jump in front of vehicles. We need to burn American flags. We have a target on ourselves. Isn't that what the Democrats been telling Black Americans? And we said, hell no, we're going to stand on business and we're going to be political and business-like. And you see how good what we're doing is working, and you see how bad what they have been doing has become. There's a big difference between FBA, foundational Black Americans, and how we conduct our behavior with these radical Democrats, radical illegals, and radical liberals. That's why we didn't go to their protests. And isn't it funny that the Democrats have been promoting Black Americans to protest all year? They've been promoting Black Americans to boycott. They've been promoting Black Americans to come to their marches and rallies. But when we go to our own, they don't support them. They love that No King's Day. They fought to try to get us to go there. We didn't show up. They love all those illegal immigrant protests, burning the American flag. They wanted Black Americans to go. We didn't show up. They loved all those anti-ICE protests that were some of the most radical and violent protests in modern American history. They wanted Black folks to go. They encouraged Black folks to protest. And we didn't show up because we was doing our own thing. You notice how much they get mad at us when we do our own thing and stand on our own business, our own fashion. And you notice how angry they got when we didn't go to their stuff. You see the difference, fam? That's what you call calling the Democrats bluff. And that's exactly what I did. I called the Democrats bluff. Kamala thought she was going to talk that transactional voter stuff. She didn't expect a Black American to show up and call her on it. They thought they was going to tell Black Americans to go protest all year. Let me tell you something. If they want you to go protest on behalf of illegals, they support it. If they want you to go protest against ICE, they support it. If they want you to go protest against Donald Trump, they support it. When we stand up for reparations and anti-Black American hate crime protection, when we stand up for our lineage, then the Democrats get mad. So doesn't that show you that they are open enemies of Black America? And doesn't that show you that Black Americans don't give a damn because we already know it? And that's why I check Kamala, and that's why we checking them, and that's why pull-up summer has begun, and that's why their whole Democratic plantation is shook, and we set it off. Let me show y'all this right here. Speaking of setting it off, because that's what we do over here. I'm also going to show my good certified foundational Black American brethren how the Democrats, they trying to flip-flop left and right now. They trying to flip-flop. Let me tell y'all. Kamala Harris now came out, and she went to another town. And in this other town, y'all, Kamala Harris pops up, and she's starting to kind of talk this whole funny style game about what we needs to do. And do y'all know she done pulled out another fake accent? Oh, yeah. Kamala done pulled out a fake accent again, y'all. Oh, yes, she has. Kamala is out here now trying to do what they always do whenever they down bad, y'all. Kamala is trying to pop out of nowhere and start talking about what we needs to do as Black folks. And all that talk that she was saying about Black people, now she's trying to say Black women. Yeah. Kamala now is trying to flip-flop and turn it into a gender thing, because she done seen that the Black American grassroots are standing unified and together. So Kamala pops out just the other day and had this whole fake thing. Let me show y'all what Kamala's been up to, y'all. I'm going to show y'all. Follow me now. This was Kamala. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, she getting clowned for it too. Look at this right here. Look what Kamala's been doing. Tell me the pattern that y'all see with Kamala Harris. Look at some of these photos. Let me show the brothers and sisters what I'm talking about. Look at these photos, y'all, with Kamala Harris. Y'all see this? Look at this. Why is she doing any photo ops with any of her people? Remember, she wrote a hate crime protection for her people. Remember just a minute ago I showed y'all. What did she say? What did she just say, fam? She said, as a person from this community, that's what she said. She said, as a person from a particular community. Well, since it's a person from a particular community, how come she's not taking photo ops with them? Look at all these pictures she's taking with young Black girls. Look at this stuff, fam. Look at these pictures. Kamala's out there with all these young Black babies. She's out there straight up and down, y'all, trying to take photo after photo after photo with Black children. This is it. How come she don't take these photo ops? Look at this, fam. How come them photo ops aren't Kamala out there with her people? She could easily take these with Lucy Liu. I'm sure Lucy Liu wants to talk to her. How come you ain't talking to Lucy Liu, Kamala? Are you trying to get Black support that FBA has ruined? Y'all notice this? Look at these pictures. Look at Kamala. There you go. They always run to us for photo ops, but they always write laws for everybody. Look at her in the school. Look at her trying to talk to these babies. Y'all see this right here? Y'all see how disgusting this is? She ain't going to do nothing for these children. She's going to try to hustle them babies so she can write laws for her babies from her community. You see the game plan, y'all? Yeah. Why don't you do it for that community? Jackie Chan wants to know. This is why she was talking all that in the South stuff. Y'all see what I'm saying here? And I'm wondering if some of these are tethers, by the way. Fam, some of them foreheads look like a grandfather clock. Yeah. I don't know. Some of these foreheads look about 12:15. Okay, look like 12:15 on some of these damn foreheads. I'm just keeping it real. Some of these are tethers because y'all know two tethers of a feather gonna flock together. Look at that. Yeah, I think there's some tether energy. And see, they want to go to these HBCUs. Look at it. We're still out there reading books to kids. So I'm going to read to you now. I'm going to read. This is what the Democrats want. And they mad that foundational Black Americans, we shutting it all down. Let's keep it all real. Yeah, that sister girl talk, right? She's trying to get on that sister girl energy. That sister girl wave isn't working. It isn't working, fam. And the reason it's not working is because we've highlighted, again, their horrible relationship with foundational Black Americans. That's really what we've done. And you're going to start to see people truly turn on her. And that's what's really going on right now. Everyone knows that they have no relationship. Let me tell you what the Foundational Black American Grassroots has done. The Foundational Black American Grassroots now has created an environment to where the Democrats cannot pretend to have this great relationship with us. When stories like mine are trending, when stories like my brother Melrose are trending, when stories like all the brothers and sisters who was checking Al Sharpton and the Africans are trending, the Democrats can no longer proclaim, purport, and profess to have some type of good relationship with us. We've taken it for what it really is. They can't run and protect themselves at HBCUs and hide behind the boule class. The days of the boule are over. We've ruined the boule. The boule has no space and time, y'all. And Black Americans have made that clear. So now what they have to do, they have to step into reality. They can't go around to HBCUs where they're protected. See, right now, the Democrats are afraid, and I have it on good authority that they watching every single thing we're doing. That was Kamala Harris's soft launch for her campaign. And it all started weeks ago, and we called it out. Soon as she started talking about the South has the power, soon as she started talking about going down South, soon as she started talking about the midterm elections, that was her gearing up to run in 2028. And when she went to Al Sharpton, that was basically her saying, let me get all the support from y'all so I can launch this campaign. And then the brothers and sisters up there, they shut it down and exposed her. And then when she came down here, we shut her down and exposed her. Her start off to her campaign went in the most horrible fashion. She had a horrible kickoff to her campaign. See, this book tour was supposed to be the start of the Kamala Harris 2028 campaign election. Georgia was her last stop. She thought that she was going to go to Georgia, disrespect FBA, start talking about illegal immigrants, and then say, we're good. And then I popped up, checked her, the story went viral, and now everybody's saying Black Americans don't rock with the Democratic Party. Do you understand the type of damage that does to her campaign? In a lot of ways, y'all, I ruined her political campaign in 2028 before it even started. Because when she comes back around and she starts talking about the Black community, we're going to say, what about cash payment reparations? Just like the brother Black Alpha said in the video. When she comes around and she starts talking about African Americans, people going to say, we ain't African Americans. We are certified foundational Black Americans. Just like the brother Black Alpha said. So now what they're going to do, the two key components that they always use is trying to mislead us and cosplay us. I shut it all down. And to make that even worse, when she starts talking about illegal immigration and giving money to illegals, everybody's going to say, you're not going to take the legacy of our ancestors and give money to illegal immigrants. Just like brother Black Alpha said. That video will live in infamy forever. So I ruined her political campaign before it got started. I checked 300 Democratic shields in one room, and I told Kamala personally, we ain't voting for you until we get paid. And if you don't want to pay, then you get no vote. Reparations over everything. Cut the check. Let me show y'all this right here. She goes, it has been a great month. You ain't ever told no lies, sister. Matter of fact, fam, has there been a better month? Let me ask y'all that question before I show this. When was man, I tell people all the time, The energy and frequencies are different now. You can feel it. We show a lot of respect to the older era, the older generation. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the time frame. Fam, has there been a better month than this last month? You name it. It's like every day a foundational Black American is standing on business publicly and doing damage to these people. I can't think of anyone. This right now has been phenomenal. No shorts and no losses, right? Absolutely, y'all. This is insane what we're doing. We are on a run that's never been seen, y'all. Let me show y'all what somebody wrote me, man. Shout out to this individual who wrote me, who sent this to me, and I wanted to show y'all this. Shout out to the fam. Somebody said this right here. They said, right here, if it pulls up, there they go. Somebody told me this right here. They said, Alpha been on a generational run. Damn right. Damn right. Going on a generational run. Breaking all records. Shattering the mold. Standing on lineage business and making it happen. And it's not just us, all of us together. It's the whole damn lineage. This has been powerful, y'all. What we're doing now will never go away. This ain't a situation here. Skip. Another situation. Do y'all realize we go to the top levels of this stuff? And it's all eyes on FBA. And everything they're trying to send out just ain't working, y'all. Ain't working at all. Speaking of things that they've been trying to send out. Fam, if this is all the Democrats have, then you ain't got nothing, okay? Y'all seen this dude right here? How many of y'all seen this man out here? Y'all seen this dude out here busting it wide open for some Skittles? This man, he said he gonna bust it wide open for all the pink Skittles. This is what the Democrats got, y'all. The Democrats' response to the foundational Black American pull-up season is to send us a man with a receded hairline, a Skittles bag, and got his arm twisted up like his ass is trying to get a date while he's hitchhiking. If you don't step the game up right here, you're going to have to do better than a failed underwear model. How the hell are you a failed underwear model? What the hell we talking about? This man been out here busting it wide open for a Skittles bag and a fruit roll up. This man been out here fruit cupping it up. We don't listen to failed fruit cups. You're going to have to go ahead and step your game up. Foundational Black Americans ain't going for none of that. Then they try to send us this guy, most Skittles bags. Fam, if all the Democrats got are a bunch of fruit cups, fruit roll-ups, fruit by the foots, it ain't going to be too good for them. And it's lovely for us. They know that. Family, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Shout out to the whole foundational Black Americans, fam. Y'all know what we do. Checkmate. Look at this. Fam, this is Camilla. And now Camilla is out here going all the way in. Yeah. Y'all already know. Yeah, they already know. Out here trying to send out the Zest Brigade. You know what we need to do? Hold on. I'm going to tell you right now. How about foundational Black Americans? We continue to stand on business. We continue to regulate. And maybe the Democrats will be so angry that they keep losing. And maybe we need to hook these two up. How about that, fam? How about fruit roll up and fruit by the foot? How about they just get together? There you go, family. They can have a big Skittles love affair. They probably having it anyway. Watch this, y'all. Kamala Harris now is trying to flip her tone. I did damage to her. Watch this.
Along with local dignitaries, participated in panel discussions.
Don't count on me to be a voter and be the backbone of the Democratic Party. They should count on the fact we're going to expect, and they're going to have to know when they start counting on the vote, it's because they better produce.
Who's they, Kamala? Who's they? Who's they, fam? She talking like me. Fam, ain't I'm the one saying that? We ain't vote for y'all until y'all cut the check. Now she damn near saying it. She done left Georgia and tried to run with our talking points. Again, the crowd wasn't moving.
In fact, we're going to expect.
Oh, yeah, she trying to hit you with the thank a union member. You better thank a union member for vacation time. Look at her right here. Look at that. Wide open. Look at her right here, family. She don't believe herself. Did damage to her.
They're going to have to know when they start counting on the vote. It's
just like I told you. Just like I told you. She thought she was going to leave Savannah, go up to Chicago, and start talking about what they need to do. Them, they, and you. got checked by foundational Black Americans.
Because they better produce.
Uh-huh. Yep. And you ain't produce. And you ain't gonna produce in the 2028 election. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, y'all. It's a wrap. I'm telling y'all, it's done for. She thought that was gonna work. She thought she was gonna get off. She thought she was on one. Nope. And she done pulled out the fake accent. And fam, even now, a bunch of the Democrats are coming out and they're saying they don't want her to run again. And this is what happens. You got to understand. You have to understand. What we're doing as, certified foundational Black Americans, but even greater, exceptional certified foundational Black Americans. What we're doing, y'all, we are now making the Democratic investors pull back their money to them. See, in order for them to get money, to get paid, to get all that dark currency, that takes the Democrats to prove that they got the Black American vote in a headlock. They don't. They have to prove that they can control the Black community. They can't. See, when the Democrats can't control the Black American community, those investors do not invest because they're not going to get their return. What we've done is fractured the relationship between the Democratic donors and sponsors and the Democratic plantation. There's a disconnect there. The donor ain't giving money to the politician because the politician hasn't proven that he can control Black Americans like they used to. Oh, family, these pull-ups going viral. Our brothers and sisters in New York checking the Non-Action Network. Me checking Kamala Harris live and in living color. That did so much damage to the Democrats, they can't come back from it because the press now are looking at them and saying, we ain't paying you. We ain't giving y'all no money. Y'all not going to get this 50,000, this 60,000, this 100,000. We would rather take that money and go give it to somebody else. Because if we give it to y'all, y'all can't keep them FBAs in control. Never have, never could, never would. Black Americans and us standing on business has now became mainstream. And since it's mainstream, it's messing up them pockets of all them Democrats. Kamala Harris is not going to get a lot of donor money because the donor seen that Black Alpha checked her. And then 50 million foundational Black Americans stood up and said, hell yeah, who's next? You see what we're doing, y'all? That's why I tell y'all, this is monumental. This is classic. This ain't just some random pull up here or there. This is something that's going down in history. We are making waves that will be felt beyond this generation until the next generation. The next generation will thank us for being certified and doing what we do. We are genuinely crushing the Democratic plantation in every shape, form, or fashion. You can't pull up to our events and lie. You can't cosplay us. You can't give our money and give it to someone else. You can't take our money and toss it away. You can't sit there and elevate illegals over FBA citizens. There's nothing they can do. And if you can't cosplay, you can't hustle, you can't hoodwink, you can't bamboozle, then you can't get paid from your corporate sponsors. The corporate sponsors right now are pulling back. There won't be no more cash for ads. You're not going to see Kamala Harris do that because I'm going to tell you what, this book tour, she was also meeting with sponsors. She was also meeting with donors. Those donors have seen my video. I know that off of good authority. Those donors have watched it, and them donors aren't happy about the response from Kamala Harris. Them donors are not happy that Black Alpha checked her on every single major political issue that the Democrats push. Now it's highlighted that maybe the policies that the Democrats push aren't the policies Black Americans support. Y'all see what we did? Y'all see what we did, right? Now somebody's looking at reparations and how we demand reparations and how the Democrats don't support reparations. Now people are looking at how we are anti-illegal immigration and the Democrats support illegal immigration. The people are looking at it and saying a party that wants the Black vote, that needs the Black vote, is not in sync with the Black population. We did that. That's why everything is turned upside down. And that's why FBA done threw a wrench in the game. I told y'all, they shook the tree and the mamba fell out. Y'all look at this right here. This is what I mean even further. The Democrats are done. Mark Cuban, who's a billionaire, by the way, he came out and he said, nah, I don't want Kamala to run. And it's crazy, y'all, because a lot of these videos came out after the pull-up season started. Y'all look at this right here. Mark Cuban, he straight up says, how about we just move on from Kamala Harris? Watch.
You were a major Kamala Harris surrogate in 2024. I'm going to give you a pop quiz. What was her message on healthcare?
Don't remember, don't care. Those days are gone. It doesn't matter. All I can tell you is Republicans have one. I don't care, right? There's no reason to relitigate that.
You're like inspired by it.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, right now, Republicans need better healthcare, cheaper healthcare. Democrats need better. There's no point in relitigating any of that. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would undo the Luca trade too if I could, you know.
So let me rephrase that in a forward-looking way, or revise it in a forward-looking way. Would you like to see her run for president again?
No.
And tell me why not.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Don't take it from us. Take it from them. Do you want to see her run again?
A forward-looking way, or revise it in a forward-looking way. Would you like to see her run for president again?
No.
And tell me why not.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
To me, again, I don't care at this point in time. Right now, you know, we've got until 2028. I don't care who the candidates are. I'm not trying to pick a candidate. I'm not trying to promote a candidate. I'm trying to change how fucked up this healthcare industry is right now. That's all I'm thinking about.
Damn. Them donors are pulling out. Absolutely, fam. Donors don't want to waste that money. We messing up. They can't get no refunds. There ain't no refunds for giving money to Democrats without a black vote.
Say, when I said if you want to see her run for president again, you didn't say, maybe, I don't know. You said no.
Right. Because
there's time for someone new, or
there's time for a lot of new shit right now, right?
Woo-hoo-hoo! Damn, somebody got messed up. You see, fam? Straight up. You see how I'm connecting the dots, right? You see I'm following it all down the line? Let's make it clear. Certified foundational Black Americans on code, the grassroots, stronger than ever. Democrats are in disarray. They're panicking. They're scared. We're pulling up to these people everywhere they go. They can't hide. They can't duck. They can't run from us. So the fact that we do all of that, all them donors are watching. There's no refund for a Democrat politician that can't get the black vote. We got all the power. If you notice, family, the Democrats spaz out every time we have a pull-up because they see themselves getting further and further away from winning an election. When you are the number one voter block, you got all the power. And when that number one voter block just happens to be the true Aboriginal indigenous foundation of this country, that means we got extra power. And now we're flexing that extra power and we're flexing our muscle and we're letting it be known. Invest in the Democrats, lose money. That's what we're framing right now, y'all. Invest in the Democrats and you're going to lose money. And if you need any type of evidence, you go look at our pull-ups. You go look at our G-checking. You go look at our regulating, like I regulated Kamala and checked her. And then you will see the Democrats don't run nothing over here. Certified, foundational Black Americans in the grassroots. We run the Black community because we run America. Like it or love it, but you better respect it because you damn sure can't check it. And family, they out there going in on her left and right, y'all. Left and right, everybody's clowning Kamala. And it's no coincidence that a lot of this stuff started to happen right afterwards. And a lot of this stuff started to happen soon as the pull-up. See what it is, y'all? Mark Cuban has no problem saying that now. See, when they thought they could get the black vote, he would have never said that. You got to remember this, fam. Who would ever go against a political candidate if they thought that political candidate could bring home the black vote? Anytime you hear someone like Mark Cuban, who's a big donor for the Democratic Party, a billionaire, who has billionaire friends, who has billionaire donors, anytime you see them talk like how he was just talking about Kamala, y'all do know that's only when he has some type of intuition that they're going to lose. And they would only say that if that person can't bring home the black vote. Trust me, if they could bring home the black vote, they would all support Kamala. If there's a politician that pops up and says, we're going to get the black vote, they would never disrespect that politician. They would only say what Mark Cuban just said. No, I don't want her to run. Hell no, move on from her. We got bigger ish to do. They would only say that if they don't have a guarantee that that person is going to bring home the black vote. It started with the election when we sat on the couch, and now the election energy has transferred over into pull-up season. They're watching the videos like we're watching them, family. Trust me, these people are sitting there watching every video, and they're looking and they're saying the Democratic shields cannot control black folks at all, and neither can the Democratic politicians. Now what you got? Not a damn thing. And I'm going to tell you what's ended up happening. You see that Kamala. See, that Kamala right there was the Kamala that was talking about I ain't going to do anything for black folks. That Kamala right there is the one who got introduced swiftly to pull-up season, because we understood that Kamala right there has always been a damn tether. But that Kamala right there is drunk as a skunk. And that Kamala right there is passed out in her hotel room having nightmares about Black Alpha checking her, because that Kamala right there ain't got the K-Hive to protect her. That Kamala right there thought it was all good to have all them COON friends. But now that Kamala right there done turned into this Kamala right here. Every time I see Kamala pop up, I see Kamala Harris drunk as a skunk. And when Kamala Harris saw this brother right here, then Kamala Harris had a look on her face like that Kamala Harris right there. I done went down the whole list, and it all shows y'all we always win. Let me take it even a step further. Since we winning, let me tell everybody what certified foundational Black Americans are out here doing in the grassroots. We winning every damn day. We shutting them down in every damn way. And anytime they see us, they scared. Good. Look at this right here, family. We started to delineate, regulate, separate, and it's changed the world. And everybody is going to start having that same look. Fam, that look you see on Kamala, man, that's about to be the look you see on everybody. Look what we've done, and look how delineation is whooping them up.
Black Americans are waking up to who we really are inside of this country, and I absolutely love it. But one thing with our awakening is that we've been ruffling a lot of feathers in the so-called diaspora. And it's exposing how many of these different groups really feel about Black Americans. It's crazy. You can be from Nigeria, live inside of the United States, but be proud Nigerian. You can be from Ghana or other parts of Africa and be proud of your country. You can be from Haiti or a Jamaican and still be proud of those things, even though you live here. But once we flex on how we're proud to be an American, it's all of a sudden an issue. Now that we've been uncovering all of these different benefits that was specifically made for Black Americans that many of your groups have been eating off of for years in the name of all of us being Black, now it's an issue. Now,
didn't I say that? You're not going to take our ancestors' legacy and give it to illegals. Fam, delineation, regulating, grassroots is sweeping America.
You guys started wanting to be Black once Trump started bringing up that 14th Amendment. Now everybody Black once ICE is out there in them streets. I love that we're separating ourselves. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news, but every time a crime happens and that skin is dark, they have been naming countries now.
Woo!
Well, nationalities and ethnicities. Previous to that, or a year ago, even 2 years ago, they would just say that person is Black. And those crime numbers are now attributed to just being Black, but now they're separating it. And we're starting to see the levels of crime or the statistics on crime drop amongst Black Americans.
Y'all notice that, family? Y'all notice that? Crime in the foundational Black American community has went down. You think it's a coincidence that crime goes down the same exact time delineation went up? Let me say that one more time, family. One more time for your mind. Crime goes down when delineation went up. So you can draw a direct parallel between delineation and getting all of these tethers out of our community that been screwing up all the statistics anyway. This is what happens when Mr. Mutombo does a crime and Mr. Mutombo got to hold his own nationality nuts. Yep. This is what happens when Mr. Lumbumba does a crime and Mr. Lumbumba got to hold his own nationality nuts. Delineation has saved the day. Regulating has saved the day. And we all are bringing it in and everything is shifting. It's an energy shift, fam. I want you to know this ain't normal, y'all. What you feeling right here, what you feeling right here in your soul It ain't the same, fam, as what it used to be. This is different. This is a different frequency. We're all tapped into it. Don't think, fam, you just living through some regular times right now. There ain't nothing regular about what's going on amongst our community. This is extra special. There's a vibration and a frequency. You don't get people checking these individuals the way we're doing it without you having some type of extra special force involved. And it's a spirit that, to a man and woman, we all know what it is. They may not know what it is because they can't tap into what we do. We are the main ones. So therefore, we see it even further. There is a different energy, vibration, and frequency that is going on amongst the foundational Black American community. And I'm telling you right now, the aftershock and after effects will be felt forever. That's why everybody's scared. See, they see it from the level of being scared. We see it from the level of we're the ones dishing out them L's to everybody. There ain't nothing new under the sun. When we tapped into our ancestral energy, all these people start to fade to the back. When we tapped into that foundational Black American spirit, everybody else fades to black. And if you're watching from the Tethers to the Democrats or to whoever the hell, they all fade into the black. Let me tell you what we're going to do, y'all. What we're going to do as foundational Black Americans, we're going to make everybody have that face. We're going to put that shook Kamala face on everyone. Everybody out there is going to have that face where they just going to sit there and say, damn, that's that I done got checked by a Black American face. Get used to it, fam, because you're going to see a hell of a lot of it. And let me send the most gracious, certified salute to all of you guys. Because like I told you, as this story is viral, as it's becoming one of the biggest moments in modern Black American history, which it is, it's all because of y'all. You guys were first. It was all of us. See, they're watching us now. We've been here, okay? Remember, y'all, we've been here. We don't visit, we live it. It was all of us talking about Certified 100. And when I wasn't here on Friday, y'all knew, and I'm going to make y'all proud. Y'all were the first ones I posted it up. I didn't run to anybody out there and say, check this video out. The video's viral. Just my post alone's got 100,000 views, 200,000 views. It's got millions of views. It's viral everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. Even here on highest levels, they're talking about it. But fam, that's because of y'all. That's all because of you guys. You know what I'm saying? And every time that I talk to you guys, and I'm always talking about us being a family and how I love you guys with a passion, that's what it is. So whenever I step, I'm stepping with all of you guys. And if I got all of you guys, shit, I know I ain't gonna lose. Oh man, I'm telling you, when I'm sitting there and she's just babbling, uses is special and use is important. And I'm like, okay, she about to get checked right now. All I kept thinking about was, man, I can't wait until Tuesday. I could feel all y'all. You know what I'm saying? All the energy we have in the chat, the #1 chat on the planet, believe that. All the energy that I felt from the chat, y'all, it was with me out there. So that's why I give y'all the certified salute, because without y'all, no me. And there wouldn't have been none of this. So essentially, what I'm telling y'all is when people are looking at this video years from now, when everything that this video accomplishes is being accomplished, when everybody attributes this video to breaking the Democrats, how they're broke right now, and we snatching them up, I want you guys to all remember we was first. I want all y'all to remember we was a part of that. I want y'all to look at that stuff and like, boom, when people look back and they be talking about, I was here, I was on Edmund Pettit Bridge, F that. I want all y'all to be like, yo, we was there all together. You know what I'm saying? We was there all together. It's the same way I told y'all at the rally for reparations, the same way I told y'all with Hidden Colors. It's the same thing I'm telling y'all now, checking the ex-Vice President Kamala Harris. Every time I step, I'm stepping with the #1 chat in the whole damn earth. We always got something special over here. Everybody else, they just got shows. We got a family. So the energy that we have created over the last few years is the energy that's going forward. And that video, always know, y'all are just as a part of that video. Y'all are just as a part of that video as I am, because we are family. I got all my certifieds with me, and I had y'all with me right there on stage. And every time I pointed at Kamala, and remember, y'all, I called her Kamala by name because I'm talking to you, Kamala. I ain't talking to none of these damn coons in the audience, and I ain't talking to none of these people watching. I'm talking to you. And I said, you ain't getting a vote. Democrats ain't getting a vote. Nobody's getting a vote. You can't make it more clear than that. Let me show y'all the energy that I'm talking about. They're going around now, and people is out there, they saying, we ain't voting. Hell no. Look at this, fam. This is in Oakland, California. And we know Kamala's not really an Oaktown person. But look here, fam. A lot of people just saying, yeah, we ain't voting for her because we don't like her. Watch this.
This is the hometown of Kamala Harris. Would you guys suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala?
Yeah.
Why would you suggest other Americans to vote for Kamala Harris?
Well, I'll take that back because I ain't even voting for her, so I wouldn't even suggest somebody else to vote for her. So,
If you were to vote, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump.
Woo!
Trump, my president, man.
Okay, so you guys switched up. You guys were first Kamala supporters, now you're Trump supporters.
No, we really are Trump supporters. Fuck Kamala Harris.
He ain't making us no problem when he was a president.
An energy shift. Damn.
Donald Trump.
Okay.
Trump, my president, man.
Okay, so you guys switched up. You guys were first Kamala supporters, now you're Trump supporters.
No, we really are Trump supporters. Fuck Kamala Harris.
He ain't making us no problem when he was a president. To me, he didn't.
Do you trust Kamala Harris?
Do I trust Kamala Harris?
What was
you see what I mean? We're in Oakland. What do you mean? What is that?
Because Oakland don't claim no damn Kamala. Oakland don't rock with no tethers. Oakland stand on town business, and it ain't tether business. Shout out to Oakland. You know I see you. Let's go.
We're in Oakland. How long have you lived out here in Oakland for?
All my life.
All your life. And would you suggest the people of America to vote for Kamala Harris?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tell you the truth.
Damn. I mean, we keep showing it, family. I mean, between that and that is looking real bad for them. What you got? You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. You just got to sit back and you got to watch this. You got to watch it shine. You got to watch the glory. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing that they can do to get foundational Black Americans involved. She can't pull that game because y'all know damn well the regulator tour is going all throughout the United States of America. It is the only tour where you going to see some baby boomers. Love y'all. You going to see some Gen Xers. You going to see some millennials. You going to see some Gen Z out there. It's only with us. And y'all know what the regulator tour does, fam? When the regulators mount up, they start crying. Fam, that's what the Democratic Shields is doing right now. They crying, y'all. Oh, the Democratic Shields is out there hurt. They stuck. They wobbling. What you got now? Nothing. Oh, we doing it for real, y'all. We doing it. This is what it is. You can't play with us. See, we're so serious that we even got receipts like this. Oh, buddy. Kamala Harris. Is that your birth certificate, Camilla? Does your birth certificate, Camilla, say that you's a W? That birth certificate says that you ain't us. That birth certificate says that you's a tether. That birth certificate says that you ain't got no damn business talking about FBA business. Fam, when we pulling out birth certificates and receipts, when we got your mamas, when we got your daddies, when we got your uncles, what you gonna do now? How you gonna run? What you gonna say? Because remember, fam, foundational Black Americans, we expose everybody. Foundational Black Americans got receipts on everyone. And we seeing real clear that your whole life you want to be clear, but you ain't never want to be Black. One more time. We see clear that she always thought she was clear. She ain't ever want to be Black good because you never was. Y'all see what we talking about? We putting the ethnicity on the table. Yep. We putting the nationality on the table. Yep. We putting the race on the table. Yep. And all the answers have came back that you ain't like us. You ain't like us. So if you ain't like us and we ain't like you, then damn, perhaps you need to get deported. And I support it because foundational Black Americans, all we do is win and all we do is get it on 110. Look at this, fam. Y'all remember this right here with Camilla? Oh, yeah, she done for. Yep, she done. What? She done. There ain't no coming back from none of this. Oh, no. The receipts only get worse. See, they can't hide from the receipts. They can't just wait. See what? I'm going to tell you, Kamala thought she was just going to duck low and then come back and rebrand herself. See, that was a rebranding. That's another thing, fam. I mean, this is like number 25 of why it was so significant when I checked her, fam. From the donors, from the relationship that they don't have with the Black American community, from us demanding cash payment reparations, from us checking her on our ancestors. All of that is good. But one of the main key components is that she ain't rebranded. See, Kamala thought she was going to rebrand until Black Alpha showed up and reminded her that you ain't like us. That's why I told her we ain't voting until we get paid. Remember that. Remember that part? That was the most important part. Because when they hide, when they run, when they take a hiatus, a sabbatical, when they take some time off, we still right here. And we still gonna tell you, you ain't like us. So her campaign launch got destroyed from Black Alpha. Her rebrand got destroyed from Black Alpha. Her cosplaying got destroyed by Black Alpha. So what you gonna do now? Nothing. The same thing that the Democrats are gonna look for and get in return from foundational Black Americans. Nothing. You can look, you can ask, but you ain't get nothing. Let me tell y'all this. You notice Black folks back in the day, they used to ask the Democrats. They used to hope to the Democrats. They would wish for the Democrats. Now y'all notice with the FBA grassroots, the Democrats are asking us. The Democrats are hoping for us. The Democrats are wishing for us. We done took all of that hoping and wishing that Black folks was doing for them. Now we got all of them doing that over here. Black Americans in the grassroots is holding it down. The grassroots ain't the ones out here doing the begging. The Democrats are. The grassroots aren't the ones out here doing the wishing. The Democrats are. The grassroots aren't the ones out here begging. The Democrats are. So let me show y'all even further. Look at this. Y'all remember this right here with Camilla? She don't like these receipts, but we got them. Watch this.
There were members of us, Julian was there, members of Congress. They would not let us enter the place, members of the United States Congress. So I walked down the road, I climbed a ladder and I looked over the fence. And I'm gonna tell you what I saw. I saw children lined up single file based on gender, being walked into barracks.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I'm
The border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that to Europe. And I don't.
What? What? Y'all see what I'm talking about, family? You see, she ain't got no plan. Her whole plan was just bring people in. Bring anybody you can find. Just go get them. Just anybody. She over there getting embarrassed. And I haven't been to Europe. What the hell that got to do with what he asked you? One more time.
There were members of us, Julian was there, members of Congress. They would not let us enter the place, members of the United States Congress. So I walked down the road, I climbed a ladder and I looked over the fence. And I'm gonna tell you what I saw. I saw children lined up single file based on gender, being walked into barracks.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't.
The border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that to Europe. And
No, we don't understand. We don't understand how you think you ever gonna win an election with that type of babble word salad. You see what I'm talking about, fam? That's all they got right now. That's all they got. Just babbling. She don't know what she gonna do. She don't know what's happening next. She don't know where she's going. There's a hell of a lot of uncertainty over there on their side. And there's a hell of a lot of winning over here on our side. And our side is the only side that matters. There's a hell of a lot of it. One more time. There's a hell of a lot of uncertainty on their side. There's a hell of a lot of they don't know what's going to happen on their side because our side is the only side that matters. And our side, we good to go. G-O-O-D. You know what I'm saying? So they out here really crashing out in real time and there's nothing they can do about it. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens. Don't even get me started with Barack Obama. By the way, Barack Obama is out here playing patty cake with a bunch of damn kindergartners with that Mundambi guy or whatever the hell his name is up there in New York. What are they trying to do? That ain't a winning strategy. Fam, we got Barack Obama playing patty cake with kids right now. You see what happens when he disrespected Janet Jackson? He thought he was going to disrespect Janet Jackson, and now he done popped up talking about some patty cake to some kids. It's weird. It's weird, fam. So Kamala Harris is getting checked in Savannah, Georgia. Barack Obama is playing patty cake with kindergartners. What the hell do Democrats think they got now? Joe Biden is 5,057,000 years old. I mean, damn. What? And this is what I'm saying, fam. Who do they got now? Don't even get me started on all the other people that we've ruined. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said Doug has left with the nanny. Well, remember, Doug got the other nanny pregnant. You know, we want to go there. That's another thing that we broke, fam. Kamala Harris's husband, Doug, which is really she's Kamala Emhoff or whatever the name is. Remember, we done proved, fam, that this dude had his like ex-nanny. He had an affair and she ended up having a kid. And if you guys ever look that woman up right now, if you get a chance, go come do that, come back. Doug ended up getting a woman pregnant, and that woman, they said, had an abortion. However, there's photos of that woman with a child that would have been the same age. Kamala Harris has a long-lost stepchild from her husband who had an affair with whoever the hell. Yes. She also has a fake grandma. Notice she don't talk that grandma stuff no more. Y'all notice that? Y'all notice that, fam? Oh, Black America exposed all of this. We exposed everything. Her getting checked by me is just one problem. Yeah, go look at that, fam. Go type that. Yeah, it was on some Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff. Yep. And what they're doing, it was like they had an affair and they had an abortion. But then there's literally photos of the woman they claimed had an abortion, and she's literally having a baby. She's pregnant, and then there's another one with a baby that literally fits the age. Now, unless she was pregnant twice in one time, it was all because of Doug. They don't want that to come out. They don't want that to come out, man. They don't want that. That's trouble. Yeah, go look at everybody right now. Go look at it and you'll see it. You know what I'm saying? Because we expose all that. You know what I mean? Especially with her and her grandma. I exposed her and her grandmother. Candace Owens was taking Black American talking points. We did that. Candace Owens was just doing what the Grassroots is doing. We exposed that family. We found the family and everything. She got a lot of tether skeletons in her tether closet. And this is why they can't stand it. Y'all imagine how mad she is right now? Boy, she probably mad as hell. I know she over there. She over there, like I told y'all, she throwing that damn cheap ass liquor at the wall. She out there mad as hell. She pissed off. People clowning her, people dissing her. She don't really want to deal with the reality because the reality is really going to have them shook up. And it's going to be, quite frankly, to the fact that there ain't nothing you can do. What are you going to do about it? They making fun of her about her fake accent. Mark Cuban came out and said, "Hail to the gnaw." Fam, everything is lined up and everything is in our position. What the Democrats got? What do they got? Not a damn thing. And remember this as well, fam. When you start talking about these Democrats and their base, are the Democrats the one political party that has the most predictable base? Don't they, family? I mean, all they got is just a bunch of damn Skittles. I mean, that's just all they got. They just got a bunch of Skittles running around. Who's seen this Skittles bag dude right here? Let me show y'all this Skittles bag. That's all they did. They done send out the Skittles bag to come after the Grassroots. That ain't gonna happen. Look at this. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I forgot about old Willie. Yeah, old Willie was slipping her that damn Willie, too. Yeah, she was out there with Willie getting flipped up. Boy, she don't, let me tell you something. She don't want no problems. We know that you was locking up Black folks in California. You was locking up folks for truancy. We know that that ain't your grandmother. We know that you was getting flipped by low down Willie Brown. And Willie Brown gave you some Willie Brown on the lowdown. And we know your husband out here running around. Damn. Y'all seen this right here, fam? Another Zest monster that came out. I'm going to show y'all a pattern here of these Democratic shields. Watch this.
You know, FBA is an op. FBA stands for Foundational Black American. And if you're on the apps, you've seen this acronym. You've seen this thing floating around the last few years. It only popped up probably around Hillary when she was running, but it got more prominent when Kamala came on the scene. And then that group was used as an op to target Black politicians. And that's how you know it's an op. They were protesting Kamala Harris last night. Think about that. She's not the president. She's not the vice president. She's not a senator, a congressperson. She's a civilian like you.
No, she got checked is what she did. He mad at me too. They was protesting Kamala last night. Yep. Damn right we did.
They were protesting Kamala Harris last night. Think about that. She's not the president. She's not the vice president. She's not a senator, a congressperson. She's a civilian like you and I. But that group was protesting her. You know what they were protesting her about? Reparations. That's what they, as if Kamala Harris is our auntie our rich auntie with a checkbook, waiting to write us a check. Now listen, I support and believe reparations. The U.S. government has done it for centuries for so many other groups and continues to, but not for Black people. That money is owed us. That money is held by this government.
No. Fam, don't listen to these people sitting there talking about some. I mean, I do agree that we deserve reparations. And then when you start calling them out on reparations, then they start saying, well, that was wrong the way you went about it. Nah, and y'all see how he got his mouth open? Y'all see how he got his mouth open, right? Y'all see this, right? Fam, how come every time it's one of these damn zesty-crats, every time you screenshot it, they got their mouth open? Somebody tell me. Hey, look at your screen right now, fam. I know it's going to hurt your eyes to look at your screen, but y'all know what happens every time he does that right there? Y'all know who's watching, right? Can I tell y'all who comes running every single time that man does that with his mouth? Look at the screen, fam. He opened his mouth and this man wanted a piece of it. There you go, y'all. Check it out. That's what happens, fam. That man just sat there and opened his mouth and the Skittles bag started popping out. Starburst started flying out. And then here came Mr. Rowland. He come running down. He trying to get in on the fun. He trying to get in on the fun. Rowland said, it ain't no fun unless Rowland can have some. There y'all go. I'm telling y'all, what's the pattern with these damn Democrats, man? Every last one of them. They trying to send out the damn zesters. And fam, let me tell y'all about this one. How many of y'all seen this zester? Uh-oh. Kamala Harris has done it again. She is truly for the people. I want all y'all to say hello to Hippopotamus Harold. Watch this.
Kamala Harris and the Harris Walls campaign just introduced the opportunity agenda to help Black vote. Heard the Black man's cry about how liberals
The Black man's cry. So you mean you?
never do anything for Black people, but that's honestly the only group that ever has done anything for Black people. So I'm so excited about the opportunity agenda. She's trying to legalize recreational marijuana, of course, with the help of Congress and the Senate. So vote blue up and down the ballot, because that's the only way she's going to be able to get this done. She's trying to legalize recreational use of marijuana and also the sale of that. She's trying to give 1 million loans, about $20,000 of forgivable loans to Black business owners in this country.
Amazing Skittles. I seen it. Amazing Skittles say he want the first dibs. Amazing Skittles say he want the first dibs on linebacker Larry. On defensive tackle Derek. There you go, fam. Amazing Skittles. He said, that's why he got his finger. He pointing. He said, I want next after Roland. Or maybe all three of y'all.
And if you want to admit that, that's a form of reparations. So we may not be getting everything all at once, but this is a start. Okay. She's also looking to do some initiatives about the health and the health status of a lot.
Of what? The zoo?
Or do anything for us. I completely disagree with that, because I know without liberals, we wouldn't have the Voting Rights Act. We wouldn't have the right to marry. We wouldn't have interracial couples being able to marry. You wouldn't have Roe v. Wade. You wouldn't have a lot of these more progressive laws that have been passed without liberal ideologies and laws. So I'm so grateful that she did that. I know they'll find a way to be upset about the fact that she just, she's just pandering to the Black voter now. Okay.
That's Hazel. That's right there. Yeah. That's Hazel right there. Hazel. And you ain't doing well. How about that one? Hazel ain't doing well. Point blank, bottom line. Y'all know how it is. These Skittles, these Starbursts is all they got. They ain't got no tangibles. They ain't got no benefits. They ain't got no future. They ain't got no careers. The only thing they can do, family, is sit back and watch the foundational Black American grassroots continue to dominate. We're the talk of the town. We've captured the spirit of the foundational Black American community. The boule is done for. The Democratic shills done for. The Republican shills are done for. And all they Skittles bag friends are done for. So what does that leave you with, fam? That leaves you with certified foundational Black America in the grassroots. And you're seeing that grassroots energy go all the way through. We out here making epic moments. We're out here having historic situations. We're out here standing on business. And everything that we do and everything that we say and everything that we stand on is absolutely that. It is certified. We are thorough and we moving collectively. The regulators are out here. So the question now becomes, my good brothers and sisters, who's next? Where we going to next, brothers and sisters? Is there somebody in your town that's been disrespecting foundational Black Americans? Do the regulators need to mount up and pull up, y'all? Is there somebody you know from a legacy organization that don't want to let the baton go? Do the regulators got to pull up? Is there some old, outdated COONs who think they're going to take away from us and think they're going to disrespect us? And are the regulators going to come and pay them up, knock on that damn door? Because it can go down anywhere. It can happen at any time. Because when you built this country, you are this country. And when you are this country, you foundational. And we are foundational Black Americans. I set it off down here in the South. It's been set off on the West Coast. The Midwest done set it off. And the East Coast done set it off. Last time I checked, that looks like we done regulated and we done formed like Voltron. That sounds like foundational Black Americans any which way, in every way, are holding it down. That sounds like these people know that when FBA walks into the room, they get that same shook ass face that Kamala had. When FBA steps into the place, everybody starts looking like that right there. Y'all see the energy? Y'all see the vibe? If the ex-vice president, the woman who wants to be the next president, can be that shook up when one certified brother pull up, what you think happens when all the regulators mount up? And when the regulators all mount up, everybody clears the damn way. There ain't nothing anybody can do other than bow down to the certified grassroots. This is our era, this is our time, and we making it look good. And it don't stop. We just getting started. I got mad love for all my brothers and sisters everywhere. I got mad love for everybody holding it down. I got mad love for what we're accomplishing, y'all. And I'm telling you right now, this will be the generation that is always remembered. And Black Alpha ain't saying this for the first time today. Black Alpha's been saying that for the last 5 years. And all my certified riders right here, y'all know we're always talking about this from a historical perspective. We're always talking about this from this time frame. We're always talking about this from where we are now. We're sitting here 10 toes down, loyal to the soil in the land that we created, holding down the ancestors as they shine upon us, walking together with our brothers and sisters, kings and queens, goddess and gods, regulators, pulling up the cities and towns and states and regions, not taking no shorts, no losses, dishing out the L's with no F's given. When you add all of that up, and then you put that certified foundational Black American stamp on it, you have nothing left but to change the world. And brothers and sisters, we're changing the world. And that goes for every single generation. That goes for all my family. That goes for everybody who's on code. The code is the leader, and the code is what's whooping everybody up right now. And all we are is living proof that when foundational Black Americans are on the same page, when foundational Black Americans are in the same place, when foundational Black Americans pull up at the same time, we stand on business and we multiply. Certified salute. Family, I love you guys, all with a passion. You know that. Black Alpha, every time I step is with y'all. We have created something so powerful. Remember, y'all, it wasn't me, it was we, all of us together, okay? This is what we've created, y'all. We've created monumental moments that will be remembered forever. When we go out there in them streets, fam, and we feel each other's vibe and energy, it is something that cannot be stopped. And that's exactly what happened. And you're going to see more of it, fam, because as that sun starts to shine and that ice starts to melt, and we go in to May, June, July, August, love August, then you're going to see a whole different level and a whole nother set of energy. And that set of energy is going to be a continuation of what we've always done and what we're doing right now. What is that, family? That is delineating, regulating, and just like I told Kamala ass, reparations, cash payments, mark it down. Black Alpha, #1 activist, certified foundational Black American society, certified salute to all of my brothers and sisters. I'm riding with you. You're riding with me. So we riding together. And when we ride together, nobody can do it better. Love y'all. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant. I love the energy. I love the passion. We going down in history, baby. Legend, icon. All eyes on Alpha. Keep on watching because I'm going to keep on putting on the show, family. Legend mode right here. Legend mode. #1, the greatest of the great. Love y'all all damn day. I'm feeling the energy. Y'all keep on stepping to these people. Keep on riding. Keep on holding it down. And y'all stay your true self. You know that. And I love y'all. You always got a brother in me, y'all. Certified salute on this side. Certified salute on that side. Certified salute to the damn family. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Y'all stay great. Y'all stay safe. Always. And remember, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, no matter where you're at, Black is beautiful and beautiful is always Black. Know that. Until the next time, family, let's get them all day. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.